All right, I'm always the nigga that go live first, so I'm live. Somebody got.
You already live?
I'm already live because I gotta do it on YouTube.
Right here. I'm trying to get you in there. I'm gonna do the Facebook before I do all this. The show is It's Her. It's Her, right? What's the topic, Donna?
We're gonna talk about entitlement. We're gonna talk about status in the black community.
So overall, we saying what it is and what it ain't. That's the description.
Yeah. Damn it. This is a hard room to get everybody.
No, but that's a good angle. Just move your water bottle and just good. Like, listen, that's perfect.
Let me just say what it is.
It's really perfect.
Oh, put that water
bottle. Put that water bottle behind.
Oh, God. So many instructions. I've been drinking. All right, let's see what we got.
Listen, perfection is always here.
I want to see.
Well, you gotta have the spirit in you to get spiritual. Period. Period.
I'm trying to get me and you in there.
Please. I don't want to knock no cords out. And that's nobody. That's cord nothing. Oh, well. Oh, YouTube said don't. Oh, yeah, I'm ready.
YouTube said what?
Don't do that.
YouTube said don't do that?
No, it said don't flip it sideways.
Oh,
I'm trying to get everybody. Yeah, at least I respect this honesty. You know what I'm saying?
You
know what I'm
saying? A little bit. You're trying to make it so that you and I are listening.
Watch Donna Ken though, Ken.
Oh, sorry. Let me finish that.
Slow down just a smidge.
Hold on, you can slow down one more time.
Damn, Kendrick. I bet you if we brought a photographer in here, they could tell us exactly where to put the camera and be done with us. Maybe I should just take it off Miss Veronica. But then I would have to take it and put it on Instagram.
Okay. No sheet and OG and so that's how it is.
Okay, so I guess we can just sit up.
Like the best time.
Alright, dude, I got you.
We actually live on Instagram
and I'm live on you.
I'm trying to get a zone. You know you just can't get your zone.
Y'all in here looking good, making me feel sexy. Y'all hot. Anybody tell y'all that today?
Thank you.
That y'all look fucking good.
Really? Even though I'm having a hard day? I thought I looked like war.
Y'all look delicious.
No, you look, no.
Hey. Y'all call us off guard. Good morning.
I like this shit. Cut it out.
Welcome. Thought we'll introduce us in a minute. We're live.
We are.
We are
Absolutely,
live.
positively
Facebook,
fucking.
Instagram, Grindr, Christian Mingle. We all
Grindr. Let's get on Tinder too. You might find my old nigga. Let's go.
Yes.
Let's go today. So you always started. Don't do that.
Hey y'all, good morning. Welcome to It's Her in the building. We got the lady, Miss.
I would like to be called the Waist Beat Revolutionist today. Hello, everybody.
The Waist Beat Revolutionist, Miss Donna. We got the astrologist of all astrology, Miss Buddha.
I'll take that.
And introducing.
How many titles?
The teeth.
How many titles?
The hug.
How many fucking
the
titles?
Alpha introvert.
Omega.
We got the nigga Kenny in the building.
Life cultivated. Let's keep it simple.
The life cultivator in the building.
Damn.
That's what we gonna call it.
Cultivation.
Yeah, I ain't
That's
coaching.
deep.
Wow.
That's deep. Kenny, ladies,
Yeah.
you know what? There's a camera right directly in Donna's face, and we cannot have that.
Oh, can I slide her over?
No, ma'am.
Oh, that. Okay, thank you. Thank you, my fearless leader. We appreciate
And we
it.
should be good in just a second. So here's the thing. Today, I don't know what's going on Instagram,
Oh my God, Booty, you got the book.
but it's not popping. So we just gonna get to everything else.
I don't remember everything.
Did somebody go live on? Did somebody go strike on my lives? Did somebody just say, we not tuning in her? That's just my energy.
Yeah, right. They'll be here. Cut it out.
So here's the thing.
Cut it out.
Topics today are all lined up. we always have the conversations together. But as we know, when you're doing live and you have real life topics, real life issues come up, so the shit tend to get altered a little bit. Got a call this morning from a young lady. Went out for drinks yesterday. You know, anniversary of her parents' death. She just going through it.
My condolences.
You know me, I'm always being fucking helpful. I need to stop. But anyway, on a different note, I swing past there, you know, holler at her. Then somebody who is like a cousin to her. They was raised together. Parents had them a month apart, so the two of them are very close. Sure. He came through to get her drinks and do the same thing. Masculine energy, sure. She walking around the spot, she in there, she coming back to her seat. When she on her way back to her seat, she see him putting something in her drink.
Her cousin?
So she thinking, her cousin, so she get over there like, yo, what are you doing? This Negro was spiking her freaking drink. So she like, what is going on? He was like, yo, no, you good. This is good for you, yo. Just go ahead, drink it. You gonna be good.
What the fuck?
So
give
she
it to
like,
your mother.
She like, no, fuck no. Well, like she wilding out. Yo grabs her up. Like, come on, yo, we going. We leaving. It took the bartender, everybody to come over and diffuse the information. She got bruised up in the process, her knees and shit.
This is her cousin?
This is her cousin. Well, cousin. Like parents raise the children close.
Oh, this not.
Listen.
No, tell me that wasn't crazy.
No, that's
and she's like in a focus.
So I guess we'll be dissecting this issue.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
big tone in the house. I don't know what's happening with my lives.
I'm feeling like
son was supposed to be in Beijing.
What they was trying to like kidnap the bitch? Like what's going on? You know what I mean?
All right, Mrs. Grade drug and
something, settle the sex trafficking. Like what was your motive, bro?
I don't know. I don't even.
All right, let's weigh in. Let's just weigh in. How do you feel about it, Mr. Veronica?
So for my advice to her, what she called this morning was like, all right, so because you know I got my own shit going on. Mm-hmm. So I don't have time to filter through stuff. But I let her get the whole story out. My first thing is, what did you learn from this?
Love it.
What did you get out of this? And why do you think God allowed you to see him putting it in there? Because it don't take but a second. So he could have put it in there, but why were you allowed to see it happen? So now you gotta reevaluate you. Everybody who you feel like the play sister, they love you to death and mistreated you. The play cousin that's about to fucking date rape you. Like, it's time for you to focus up. You drinking too much. You in the public drinking too much.
Come on.
It's something about you that need to focus up. Yeah, the nigga was dirty. There's no doubt about that. And karma comes back, the real deal. But what I'm saying, as for her, what you get out of this? And I couldn't let her off of her. Now I know she was emotional. She had been up all night and she was crying. But don't come to me unless you want the real. That's why I can only deal with my shit in a real way. Because I'm asking her, well, what you get out of this?
I love it. Okay, so
that was my
if you were in her position, what would you have got out of it? If you were in her position, what would you have got out of it?
If I was in her position, knowing everything she got going on, I think what I would have got was like, wow, God want me to focus up. Okay. It's time for me to focus up and watch what I'm doing. It's time for me to stop drinking so much. It's time for me to figure out what's going on with my circle. What the fuck is going on with my circle? The best friend that's doing you bad and she like bizarre about that. The play sister that's treating you bad, she messed up about that. And now the cousin, your fucking circle, you need to get out of. Like, I'm telling her, like, your bubble is not even, it's all toxic. You're inside of a bubble that got green smoke around you. You don't see that shit?
Maybe she smoked green smoke, and just when she called you, she wanted to act like she ain't know shit. Now, I don't mean to jump in.
Good morning.
I don't mean to jump in, but I want to say this. I'm going to need everybody who swear everybody's a play cousin and everybody. Man, you knew that nigga was trying to fuck. That nigga been trying to fuck. How we going to sit up here and act like, come on, let's really get into it.
And the thing is, don't know. No. Never happened before.
Bullshit. That's what she told you. Motherfuckers keep a lot of secrets. You mean to tell me that when you going through your time of grief, not saying that you shouldn't have reached out to your family, we all need that masculine energy. I say this all the time, ladies, you must be very careful about the masculine energy you allow in your life because it will balance you out, but you'll end up uneven. He was not the one. He never been the one. Maybe he hit a few times. Okay, that shit play cousin. Niggas play like that in Baltimore all the time. That's my brother. But girl, you sucking his dick. That's not your brother.
So apparently, here's the thing. Apparently, it must have happened prior because everybody call his sister crazy. His twin sister. Everybody call her crazy. So one day they had a function and she was there and she was drunk. See, this is the thing: you drink too heavy in the wrong location.
I'm gonna wait for.
But anyway, so she was like, he was like, oh, I'm gonna go ahead and take her home, make sure she good. And the sister like reacted like, no, I'll make sure she okay. Even if she had to spend a night with me, I'm gonna make sure she okay.
She
no,
knew.
She don't need you to
she
go.
Knew what it
I
was.
said, so this nigga's a date raper. He done raped the sister too. That's why the sister reacted like she did. How many fucking people had this nigga raped prior to getting ready to?
These are all hypotheticals, but we got to swing it. So Buddha, your take.
Hey, Big Tom. You say you on your way? Hey, little mama.
I just was like,
the studio about to be jumping, shawty, jumping.
To me, like, it's just a trust thing. Like, and to me, I feel like sometimes people don't navigate themselves properly or in a healthy way out of being a victim to a circumstance. So when you sit in that stinking ass energy, that's what you're gonna keep attracting.
That's what you gonna get.
That's her third.
So basically, she getting what her hand called for.
So now that's her third, and now she got you her fourth to pull her out of her shit. God bless you.
There you go. What you say, Kenny?
All right, let's go. Masculine energy in the room. Let's go.
See, loved ones and friends don't call me with this bullshit because they already know what I'm gonna give them.
What you gonna give them?
You ain't see this before. You've never seen no.
So you holding them accountable.
Yeah, you gotta take responsibility for you. What kind of energy you putting off to get yourself in these situations?
Now what you get out of this?
I don't get in these situations. And there's other people who don't. Like, you stay in this bubble. So what we talking about here?
Fuck is you talking about? In Baltimore terms, the fuck is you talking about?
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't even have nothing else to say about
And Kenny,
it.
that was my thing. I didn't say it so bluntly, but I was like, now tell me what you got out of it. I hear everything that happened, but now you sit back and analyze it and tell me what you got.
Everybody want a pity party. They want a pity party because they looking for somebody to say it's all right. No, it wasn't all right. You fucked up. Now fix it.
I don't smoke no more. Love you, Jay.
Is that their name? I don't smoke no more.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so tough. All right, so let me give my spiritual aspect on everything. All right, so spirits equal spirit. Now let me tell y'all, motherfucker, what's really going on. So it's certain spirits that you take, meaning liquor, that will take you out of your normal element, and it will drastically change your vibration. Now during these. Like, again, every emotional has a vibrational frequency. So automatically she was grieving. Now, grief is like, it's like a self-deprecation, and then there's grief. It's right above it. You're vibrating extremely low when you're going through your grief phase, which means you have to be careful because you're extremely vulnerable. Any vampiric energy that you had in your circle when you are grieving, they came to feast. So all I'm saying is this. For everybody in the room, we could do what did she know? Did she not know? You might not, the hypotheticals, we could go on for days. But what I want to tell you is for everybody, when you are grieving, you are at a very low vibrational frequency. So when you're grieving, don't drink. Because what happens is you allow other spirits to jump in you. That's how niggas get fucked up and don't know where they was.
That's why drinks is called spirit.
That's why, thank you. You get fucked up.
Again, Kitty.
There it is.
That's why drinks are called spirit.
So when you grieving, make sure your circle is tighter than fish pussy, and you only fuck with the people that you can actually trust, like Buddha said. Because if not, the vampires are coming.
Let me say
They're coming.
Let me say this, and there's something else too, man. When you wake up in the morning,
my pain. Good
and
morning.
there's something I knew.
Good morning.
There's something I knew, but Buddha put this on, man. I've been thinking about this egg since she said it. When you wake up in the morning, you gotta watch what you self-think. Because you will sabotage your day with spelling words.
The self-saboteur.
The spelling words, man. You gotta watch what you're saying because words have power.
Absolutely.
And you're not just saying them, you'll fuck your whole day up by saying the wrong words. It's crazy. You will.
Yeah, because see, the thing is, you gotta speak things into existence. I have been trying all day to like get my head back in the game. Like everybody always say, Ron, you went through all that stuff, you never got therapy. No, but in my own counseling of my own mind, I know what it takes. I know what it takes. I know how to fall back. I know when to fall back. Like now, I know what I need in this space. And like, kind of like what you and Kenny was just saying, you speak the bullshit into existence. You get up like, I can't believe I'm going through this. I'm having
And
such
then
a
here
hard
goes
time.
some more hard
Before you
shit.
know it, you emotional all fucking day.
Yeah.
You broken all day.
Yeah.
Don't know what you got going on all fucking day.
When you connected, you're gonna be led to the food that you need.
Yeah.
Period.
It's like, I mean, to me, everything is, everybody use whatever they use to get closer, all right?
Mm-hmm.
But my thing is like, if I live next door to Jeff Bezos all my life, why am I starting a warehouse? I know him. I don't need no in between.
Right.
So,
You go right at it.
right at him. We
right
raps.
So you want your sauce, you say, huh?
Morning, y'all.
Love it. Love it.
So I just needed to bring that up.
You needed to.
That.
No,
and
you.
I told her that I would to get y'all input on it.
First off, you solid. So if you tell a nigga you're gonna do something, you're gonna do it.
That's
Secondly, you sometimes you have to hear different perspectives in order to really get a good idea of what's going on, because you get stuck in your head and your head got a lot of self-saboteur energy and all those things. But sis, we all love you. We weighed in. Take it for what it's worth and grow, because that's what it's all about.
That's what I wanted.
It's about growth.
I wanted to get what everybody had to say. Next thing. What's the next thing?
Let's roll. Okay, so I don't know. Maybe I should save this for the last, because I have really good memory. But let's talk about status. Let's talk about status in the black community. Let's talk about how where you feel like you land is how you treat others, possibly. And the reason why we're talking about status is because based on what we found out, actually what was obviously showed to us by the Balenciaga advertisement, was that I have horrible intentions. But I would like to sell something to you. I would like to gather your energy. This is what it is. So is everybody aware in the room what happened with Balenciaga?
I've heard it.
Yeah,
Okay, we're all aware.
Inappropriate
Inappropriate advertisement. Okay. Let's start easy. Do you own Balenciaga?
No.
Okay. Buddha, do you own Balenciaga?
Nope.
Kenny?
I wish.
Not the bendables.
Okay, I have one pair of Balenciaga slides. We start at the bottom. We niggas. So there was only 4 something. I really honestly felt like at that time I had been betrayed. So being as though you don't support Balenciaga,
I don't like fat tennis.
Oh, and then
and I respect that.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about the pedophilic energy? How do you feel about that being? And if we gonna talk, we just talked about spirits. We might as well get it in. How do you feel about that whole thing? Because that's what they were basically doing, advertising pedophilia. Period.
For me, I don't know if you was talking to me first, but I'm gonna say
Of course,
for me, I think
clockwise.
anything with pedophilia to me is just unhuman,
Sickening,
and sickening.
Mm-hmm.
First off. Secondly, I think a lot of people put themselves in situations that have to deal with a pedophile. When you think it's cute because your baby girl can drop it like it's hot, you're setting her up for a pedophile.
What is she advertising?
What is she advertising? She's advertising how she can get down sexually, and she a baby.
Absolutely.
When you put these tight jeans on your 8-year-old and put her hand in a rack with a pot, and you like, look at my baby. She's shitting. No, you're setting her up for the man down the street that already was looking at her like she a big girl. I think a lot of people bring pedophilia into their own space. Like me with the Balenciaga thing, I didn't see whatever it was that they did. All I had to do was hear about it, and it was enough.
That was it.
I don't even mention it.
I love that.
I don't talk about it. When I see people say it, I scroll right by it.
I love it.
For me, I don't like. I've been working in mental health with young people
for
like 19 years. And I don't allow certain things in my space because mentally I'll process that. I don't want to process what
you don't want to take that home.
It was wrong, but I'm also not going to process the mother who daughter can drop it like it's hot. It ain't cute.
You know what?
Love it.
I think we need to spend more time teaching our kids to be individuals, right? And cultivating their individuality. And then they don't land in shit like this. Everybody want to be a part of something. Because society says you have to be a part of something. You don't. I hate groups. I hate followings because in every group, every individual feels a different way, but you got this one focus of the group. That's not possible. That's why it falls apart.
The mob mentality.
You know what I'm saying? Do you understand how powerful it would be if everybody just stood on some individual shit?
Some individual.
Way less control from everything.
Telling you how you're supposed to be, and that's what causes you stress and depression. You trying to do everything that they say you don't. You
the mindset of everybody else.
And just do what feel good to you. If that shit ain't right, don't go over there.
That's it, and it's so crazy. It's really easy to get pulled in if you're not focused. I'm a person who always would pride myself on focus. Like I'm always, let me do this. I'm tunnel vision on everything. And then lately, the last couple of months, probably a month, couple of weeks, probably I overreact. But I felt off focus. And I was like trying to get my mind right all day. I got the shades on, I got the black on.
The blinders.
I'm trying to get myself back focused. And I couldn't. And Donna came in today and was like, what's that thing you say all the time? Like, still playing cards. I'm not even lit. I hear her, but I'm focusing on the computer. I'm da-da-da-da-da. And Donna was like, what's that thing you say all the time? I was like, what? She said, he couldn't meet the capacity of you.
That part.
You are, what did she call me? Whatever she called me, Nettie texted me and said the same thing. I was like, wow, they both text the same thing at the same time. So I had to look at me, like Kenny said, being an individual. I had to look at, B, this is you.
Right.
This is you.
Authentic self, if you will.
Your authentic self sitting here in an office.
You know
yours.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
You know my
I gotta applaud you, Kennedy, and Kenny. I'm so sorry. We gotta allow Buddha to jump in. Buddha, you need to weigh in because that's what we doing right now.
Tone said growth is key. Nikki, thanks for joining.
Let's go, my spiritual goddess. What do we have?
All right. This the thing. So I'm gonna do a Donna today and be Donna's advocate in the situation, right? Now it's about fairness in society, regardless of your own morale. Period. If you have laws in the land, right?
Right.
Now, as fucked up as it is, you should not want to have your children looking at shit that is not good for their soul and their soul growth. You know.
Right.
The thing is, you could train a child up to do exactly what you think they should do. But that don't mean they not going on,
Jeffrey Dahmer's parents are very upset right now.
So what you said, Kenny, about the cultivation, look what the final words say, cults. It's cultish.
Oh.
Anything you put together can be cultish. So if we drinking fucking Snapples on Thursdays, that's what we doing. And that's some cultish shit. That could lead to other people drinking Snapples on Thursdays.
There it is, collective consciousness.
Just whatever.
Absolutely.
The thing is this. If you just teach your kids how to be in tune with themselves, like you said, and let them decide what's best for them, they are going to cultivate the person that they are supposed to be, and you'll get a better understanding of your own freedom because you can't control nobody but your fucking self.
Love it.
So don't support motherfuckers that you don't agree with.
West, good morning.
I love it. Thank you, Buddha.
Kenny, you was about to say
something. Kenny, jump in.
Saying, don't panic. Like, sometimes with your kid might be on some old wild ass shit, and you might, your first instinct might be like, what are you thinking about? But no, chill. If you had to,
that's very important.
Walk away from the situation and then come back. And then you sit down and get to know what it is that they going, because they gonna do it with or without you.
They gonna do it.
So you might as well get in tune,
so you can have a hand in it
with whatever it is.
Yeah.
Learn as much, ask questions.
Yeah, you gotta understand. You gotta learn to understand people fucking dark side. See, that's the thing that make you compatible with people in any realm. I can tolerate their bullshit, or no, their bullshit's gonna land me in jail or them dead. You know, like pick and choose your fucking bag.
Like I know people always say, well, because the children is human being, they're their own person. As for me, I was raised a certain type of way. Mm-hmm. Did I do everything my mother had on the list? No, but as an adult, my mother was murdered when I was in my 20s. So life for me kicked in right there. Mm-hmm. And every fucking thing that I was taught came to fruition. Yeah. Do this, do that, do that. You know these motherfuckers.
Had the right training.
You know these bitches don't go over there, Veronica. You already know. You know how to humble yourself. You know where you need to be. You know how to set yourself up. And we all lose a little footing. But when it comes to psychotic shit, pedophilia, date rape, fucking these.
Those are the topics for today.
Fucking play cousins and play sisters. Like, I've never been a person that be like, cause that's my sister. But it ain't my sister. I never could do it. Like, you have people who friends and they be like, that's my mother. Sure. Hey, Ma. I could never be the one who say any of that. Now, like, even as for me, Twin and I, we have been friends since I was 5. Since we were 5, our birthday is a day apart. But and we always say, this is my twin. This is my twin. This is my twin, and it holds value right there. But you can't connect yourself with everybody just because you know them for a long time.
Yeah, you're right.
Can I jump in on the topic, please? Yeah. So I'm gonna cover everything really quick. So for me, Balenciaga, there is, for everybody who's unaware, there's a collective conscious movement going on.
So we only want to say their name that one time.
Thank you. And thank you for catching me. We stand on the shoulders of people who stood on the shoulders. So here we are. Here we are, a conscious nation, because there were members of our ancestry that were strong enough to dispel some of that Western programming, and which in turn it allowed us to be conscious and proactive and all of those things. So thank you, ancestors. We're going to do that while we in the room. Because this the nigga that make the ancestral cakes, right?
Yes.
Okay.
This
the nigga that make
I'm going to go out midway to show. There's a pie in the back.
The ancestral cakes, pies, whatever the fuck that is. Yeah.
Listen, let me tell y'all something. Don't never ask me.
And real quick. Right, she got happy and shit. But let me say this real quick, Buddha. The crust is snickerdoodle cookie.
Yeah, yo.
That he made.
But that was some whole surprise shit. I was like, Kenny, can you make this kind of?
So I was like, I'm gonna cut the pieces up. I'm gonna cut it up once we get
almost date
filled in. So keep going and then I'll do that.
Oh no, you absolutely
real
good.
Quick, can I read a comment from over here?
Sure, take it.
Rocky Pierce on Instagram said, this is where society has us all messed up. They teach people of color groupthink and whites individual. They teach us to think in groups, but teach them individuality is what he's saying. This is why our mental health issues are so repaired.
I love it.
Us wearing fat tennis. That shit don't look
I love
good.
it.
Fat tennis
I love
do
it.
not.
Only on Run DMC. Only on Run DMC.
Even for them, it wasn't
them
I feel like it
fat
was a
ass
move back
gonna
then.
give you knee problems. I know they heavy. You try and look sexy and walk with them fat ass. They look like they weigh 5 pounds.
All right, I'm gonna get it out. So the collective conscious movement has us, and the whole entire world being able to reveal thyself. The one thing about being conscious is being able to see beyond the matrix, beyond see beyond the veil. Yes. You have to be able to see. So right now, I actually just appreciate the energy that allowed these dumb motherfuckers to make this advertisement so we could see you for what the fuck you was. So shout out to the conscious movement, changing things based off of energy. Our energy says, show me all the niggas that's coming for me. Because that's manifesting. You said, what? I want to know what the fuck it is going on. I want to know what's this. So you say, I want to see things that aren't good for me, and they pop up. So shout out to y'all. All right. So and in terms of individuality, I feel like that's also a great place to start and teach your children. But at the end of the day, here we go again on my conscious head. In the conscious community, we know in fact that children pick their parents. Yeah. Children also pick their names.
Shout out to my kids.
So thank you for picking me, niggas, because I know y'all won.
Yo, one time of even picked me and came out another bitch vagina. And I'm so pleased.
Right, in the conscious community, we understand our children pick their parents, they pick their name, and they actually pick the era that they were born in. So shout out to everybody sitting at the table, because we chose not to be born in slavery. Yeah. Can we get into it?
Amen.
Can we
back into it?
Can we get into it? So or back into it, and that's another topic for another day. But all I'm saying is this: at the end of the day, Karmic retribution, karmic energy, soul contracts means when your kids, whoever the fuck came back and touched down, that they had a mission to complete. If they don't complete that mission, it ain't got nothing to do with us or them. It just meant that they did not get to grab the pole and slide down like King Koopa and make it to the next level. So, with all that being said, like, we gonna try our best to keep our kids informed, but at the end of the day, there is a choice. They choose, so they choose whatever they want to do. So, I hope they choose right, and if not, you're coming the fuck back.
Just God.
I'm gonna be an ancestor. I'm not coming back. So
like
I mean,
bowling alley pads. Just
I be on the line if I want to come back or not.
I ain't coming back. And if I come back, I want to be a nigga. If I come back as a girl, I'm aborting mission. I'm aborting mission. All right. So now that we have talked about all of that, we talked about this was spicy. So we got to do it.
What's up?
Drugs and relationships.
Oh.
We wanted to talk about it. How do you feel about dealing with somebody who has a serious addiction? I'm not talking cigarettes, and I'm not no real shit. Why we gotta laugh at it? It's real. We live in Baltimore. We live in Baltimore. No, I heard a story.
I was ready to say like perk addiction, or talking about like coke,
coke, crack, whatever. I mean, now I'm not gonna say how I know, but I'm just gonna speak on what I'm not gonna say how I know because I don't want to put myself out there. But up the road, up Jessup, okay, there is a huge issue because when they get hemmed up, the young boys is already strung out. The young boys is already strung out. Repeat, the young niggas is already strung out. And I was like, how the fuck are you young as fuck, meaning in your 20s, on hard drugs? So here's the ladder of that. Them niggas is still fucking bitches. So we talking about drugs and relationships. Thank you, Miss Veronica, for sliding in. Let's talk about just the dynamic of being addicted to something and in a relationship. How does that work? How does that function? Because we flying through these.
First of all, what kind of self, like, what do you feel about yourself?
But what if you don't know?
Man, listen, my ghost game is like none other. I'm not dealing with all of that.
I just want to show the camera.
If you get addicted to something, we together. I'm out. I ain't dealing with that. No.
Okay, you don't know the person that make it don't be having the time. I looked at it the whole time.
I can't wait.
Okay, I'm sorry. So what did I miss? Real quick, let me see what's over here on Instagram. Ronnie Pierce came back to say, you're not slaves. You're not slaves because you are aware of your self-worth. Big Tone say drugs are bad.
So the topic, Miss Veronica, when you was missing was drugs in a relationship.
Know your worth.
Okay.
Being addicted to
a relationship? What you mean?
Being addicted to hard drugs and being with a partner, or maybe you the motherfucker that's addicted to. I mean, I don't know. Let's see it either way.
Conversation and he nodded out all the time.
And when you when you asked him, he said I was sleepy.
Well, here's the thing.
He said I was sleepy. He didn't admit to being on hard drugs.
But you can't see that. Come on, when we grew up, you don't know the difference between sleepy and a nod is. Then you deserve to be in that relationship.
I think people who be in relationships with people who are addicted to drugs, they're codependent themselves. You're staying there because you need somebody. Because 9 times out of 10, they done fuck their money up at this point. So now you're giving them money to go get it done.
Yeah.
Like you know, I know somebody who would every time they go have a function. Get the mate high, the mate come through, clean the whole house, yard, front yard, backyard, the whole 9. So now you manipulating this person.
Oh, that's fucked up.
You a pusher. I'm your daddy.
So the thing is, I think people who stay in relationships with somebody like that got their own issues.
All right, I mean, and
so don't complain. Don't go tell people because it makes you look good.
And I don't
They definitely do. Why you think the shit keeps changing?
Welcome Green 1921 over on Instagram. Tom said he was on his way. He ain't get it.
I love that. Some people like toxic. Buddha, how do you feel about the drug epidemic in Baltimore and that being in a relationship?
I think it's so wild, and honestly, like coming up in the rec centers and then working in the rec centers, it was so fucking different. Like, all right, when I was small, I used to have like a lot of out of body experiences, and I knew I was going to work at a rec. I knew I was going to work at the rec I went to, and I ended up working at the rec I went to, and I saw the things in there, the space, but I didn't see the fucking kids in my vision. Cause only Lord knows I would have been on my knees praying all this time. Like, sadly, I lost a lot of youth in the rec centers, like, you know, to drugs and just being in the street and stuff. And it's so fucking hurtful. Like, a lot of them visit me, like, you know, the dead ones.
All of this was done.
Yeah, like, it'd be wild.
All this was done on purpose. It was done on purpose. And they do it. They culture vultures. They do everything the same way. Just think about it. You go to the hospital. You just banged your toe. They be pushing that perk on you. You're like, no, I don't need no. Just it's your insurance paid for it, so it's good. You know what I'm saying? They pushing it. But then when you addicted to it, don't nobody want to give you none. You gotta run all over the city trying to find it and manipulate to get it.
Wow.
But they got you addicted. And now they want you to spend your money. Yeah. The whole community.
Yeah. When you don't have it, then you switch to the powder shit.
Either way, you still feel the community fucked up. You are not a representative in your community.
But going back to being an individual,
hey Chantal, good morning.
A lot of these dudes got caught up with the pills. They didn't know what they was doing. They was trying to be a part of a group.
There we go.
Teach them to be an individual, man, and be proud of that shit. Because your community will tear your individuality down and make you feel like you're a piece of shit because you're different.
Okay, Miss Veronica, I mean, I know you said your 2 cents, but do you have any comments or?
No.
Okay, this a tough one. All right, so
to your life.
the pie is again ancestral. I'm gonna say coming from a situation where I knew and was really close with people who have some really strong drug addictions, not even necessarily relationship wise, but just in family. You know, we could say, oh, I wouldn't fuck with nobody that was addicted to drugs, but what about your aunt? What about when you had to walk past your grandfather because he was laying out on the street? You know, so this is the position I speak from. So I would just like to say that disconnection is release is a huge part in the spiritual community, and sometimes you have to be able to release those energies that don't serve you, and that's where it hurts because you think your inner circle is for you, just like Sis thought until he sprinkled the shit in your drink. So maybe this is holistic in the realm of that. Certain things do not deserve your energy, time, attention, none of that. And when you can identify that, you know that that's just going to lead you down a really wrong one-way street. So you got to disconnect.
Can I expand on that?
Sure.
You got to also pull yourself out of that shit in order to help. See, people feel like they stay in the community and because that's where they came from, and that's how they gonna help. Yeah. But staying in the community and trying to help, that's like trying to mop up a pond. You gotta get out. You gotta go in, fill your glass, go out, dump it.
Yeah.
You can't dump it if you still standing in it.
Sure. I love it. I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. So get away. That's the consensus of the group is you definitely got to move forward, and sometimes you do have to release. Damn, I don't want to say this, but I do. I feel like that was the Migos issue. You were standing in the pond. You was never supposed to be in the pond. You're supposed to be gone. If you wasn't in the pond, my man might still be here, but at the end of the day, everybody has a destiny.
And the thing is, if you go back. Like, you know, like a lot of athletes go back to their community, to the park, and they give a cookout and basketball games and things, and they are covered by people who are protecting them, and they're there for that event, and then they go.
Right.
But am I going to be
kicking
in the hood, shooting dice? I ain't going to be able to do that.
Kicking it.
I have evolved so far past this. Why would I put myself back into the dungeon? Why would I put myself back beneath the soil after I already grew past all of this? A tree does not retake themselves back. Even the roots after a while start coming up above the ground.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, come on, let's be honest. A lot of people in the black community have a tendency to want to show out. like with the Me Too
the
movement,
status,
or like with the Me Too movement, or the other Black Lives Matter shit. Everybody was in on that, and I got it. I ain't saying I didn't get it, but what bothered me about that was right here. When you come out your front door and you see little man and your nephew just kill somebody down the street, you say nothing.
But you for the movement.
And what y'all gonna do to these white folks and these police officers. But you got little Kevin over here just robbed the store and slapped his mother for telling somebody she robbed the store. Like, if it's gonna be Black Lives Matter, can the lives in your house get saved first?
I love it.
Charity starts at home.
I'm just
saying, I could be wrong.
But you know what?
Thank you, Red Diamond, for joining. Big Tone. Big Tone said it's slave mentality.
I feel like though sometimes I don't think it's when it comes to status. I don't really think it's always absent of mind and all right. Let me say it this way. I feel like sometimes people blinded by love and what that is, and them wanting to give it and not understanding that it's still going to be hate in any facet. Like whether that bullet was for takeoff or not, it landed, and that shit is hurtful and it's fucked up. They know that you could just be somewhere and like, why the fuck can't he go in the hood? Why can't he go to a dice game? Why? Like, why do that much hate exist in the world that he can't do regular nigga shit?
But realistically, it does exist. Video. So take it for what it is.
Of course.
Yeah, I shouldn't have to wear black today and sunglasses. But realistically, I'm going through some shit, so I gotta do it. Sometimes he just gotta think logically. It is true. It will happen. Yeah. Why am I going there?
But listen, if it was his time to go, it was his time to go. Danger lurked every fucking way.
There it is. Everybody's time is their time.
What I'm saying to you is that people get used to having to adapt to fucked up shit instead of wanting to be the change that they see in the world. So to me, prospectively, I feel like Takeoff just have a peaceful fucking energy, and he was hoping that would manifest wherever he went.
Sure.
Even to a fucking dice game.
And can I jump in on the color? I'm a colorologist, so I would like to speak on the colors that everybody's wearing today. Miss Veronica has on black because she is attempting to release something. In the African spirituality, black is for maturity, rites of passage, rebirth, and release. So shout out to your black Buddha, you as well. Green actually represents abundance, productivity, and actually pregnancy. So maybe there isn't anyone being pregnant, but maybe he has pregnant. He has. I'm just real shit. Pregnant with possibility.
All I'm gonna say is let her know that I need my hugs.
Pregnant with possibility.
I'm not having
pregnant with possibility.
I don't miss you to your face.
I don't miss. I never do. I never do.
I never do. My hugs off the rip.
I'm tired, shorty. Not me.
Hey, cousin, thanks for joining.
Maybe like, oh, that's your
you hear that violation?
Period. No, that's his fault. And then secondly, my pink represents love, femininity, and divine energy. So because I was going through something, I am trying to represent and manifest love. So thank you. So everybody has weighed in, and we understand about the drug epidemic. Just say no, motherfuckers. All right. So now we rolling into the really
dope dick,
bro. Oh, don't. But it's never really. It's never really all the way hard anyway. So don't give it to me. Don't give it to me. Don't give me the dope dick. Don't give it to me.
Hanging down over top of you. Just
rule it. Over on Instagram, real quick.
Don't give it to me.
Real quick though, y'all. Over on Instagram, Big Tone said, I'm gonna make you last for 12 hours.
Man,
see, that's what I said. Nobody want to do that for 12 hours. Real shit. In my 20s, I might have wanted to play with you, but in my 40s, if anything lasts for 24 hours, it's too motherfucking
Let's
long.
not glorify nothing about
that ain't too long. But I don't want to
My thing is, who
for me it is
wants to have sex for 12 straight out?
For me it is. I concur. Buddha, did you make it to your 40s yet?
Yeah, I'm 40.
Oh, just 40, baby.
Oh, that is. And she ain't made it over the doorway. There it is.
Fuck all that time.
Oh, okay.
That's not what I said.
Okay, well, we're going to wake up.
If I had to take a soft dick and a hard one if the nigga gotta walk around with a woody all day. Yeah, pitch a tent, nigga. Cause I don't want no soft dick.
I ain't saying you want a soft penis. What I'm saying is, do you want to have sex for 12 straight hours?
That was the question.
Kenny, would you want to have...
What? I got shit to do.
I got shit to do.
I'm 40. I'm not doing that. I'm 42. I'm not doing that. All right, so let's roll.
Real quick, y'all. Real quick on Instagram, Rodney Pierce said this is where the parenting is so vital. We must stand at one, even if the parent aren't together. We need to teach and preach the same message to our kids. Stay away from drugs and negativity. Rodney Pierce, I'm all for that. I'm always like. The new show that just started last week is all young people. I'm all for young people.
You know why I keep saying something about teaching them individuality? Because that puts you closer to your creator. When you understand and your parents, the things that you coming up with in your head and your parents is letting you know that's okay, that's cool, go with it. See where it takes you at. You gotta, sometimes your creator take you to information and it's your job to digest it.
Dissect it.
So you gotta make sure your child, as he gets comfortable with these things and you're not getting on them or telling them that's dumb and all of that shit.
Gay, don't do that, don't touch that, you
He getting closer to the creator because he realized that all this shit is me.
That's where
I'm
really
the
started.
only person in the world that can do what I'm doing now. That makes me perfect for the job the creator put me here for.
You know, somebody told me the other day that something about, in reference to what I did, something Rodney Pierce said on the show. And I was thinking when Kenny just said that, how growing up, when I was growing up in the early 80s, 70s, 80s, it was always imagination. Let your imagination go wild, whatever you want to do. So I always was anything I wanted, music, dancing, anything I wanted to do. And for a while, I was obsessed with Oprah until she lost the weight and became this white chick. And then I was so dope about Wendy Williams. I know a lot of people hate it. I'd be like, don't fucking talk about Wendy. Because at the end of the day, the bitch say how she feel and what it is, and she used her platform for that. Did I think I would ever do podcasting or talk radio? No. But because my imagination was big enough to breathe, and my mother never said, oh, you're being foolish. Sit down somewhere, girl. I'm able to walk right into what God had for me with no problem.
Absolutely.
And I'm able to do this shit. Everybody was like, well, how long? I don't even know. Twin told me one day this radio show, online radio, was having an interview. I think you should go. I was like, Twin, I don't know nothing about that.
How can you feel close to the creator if you feel inadequate about yourself?
Say that again, can I please?
How can you be close to your creator if you feel inadequate about yourself?
I love
it. That. And that is that on that topic real quick. Big Tone said, I'm here. Better late than never. Donna.
All right, we rolling. Thank you. We rolling, and I want to just absolutely, positively tell Rodney Pierce to write a fucking book. Get published. What are you doing? I appreciate your comments online, but passive income is where it is. If you don't understand how to write a book, I'm an author. Fuck with me. I tell you who to structure that bitch, how to write it, and get money. Because you talking some good shit, but the world needs to know it. And the dope part about being an author is your shit will live on after you. See, that's the thing. People forget. When you pass, everybody be like, oh, women need to be this, man. Women need to be whatever the fuck they want to be. But here's the thing. Having the cleanest house on the block did not go down in history. No. Being the nicest woman on the block did not go down in history. Being the best wife on the block did not make you go down in history. So if you want to archive all of this shit and get some scholarship, write a book. All right, so we rolling on to our probably last topic that's going to take us out because it's so messy. It's so messy. My God. So what we all know, he did it. The camera is off. We're gonna give it a minute. I'm gonna let my man get the camera right there. I'm gonna let my man.
Came in and oh God, this bitch.
Hey. Nobody can see us. Tone, look. Look, you gotta move the camera.
Around all this moisture.
You said around all this moisture.
Lord, I caught that, Negro.
I received it as soon as it was said.
Thank you for
I received it as soon as it was said.
And then he plucked himself.
Bruh. That's good. This is a good dynamic.
Yeah.
This is a good dynamic. I mean, we gotta expand the studio. That's it.
What y'all was talking about?
Okay, we gotta talk about the next topic.
Tenderness and moisture.
Absolutely not. We was talking about entitlement and who did it. Did the parents raise entitled kids, or are your kids just entitled? That's it.
What's that you said?
I said, is this thing on? I said, the topic of the day is entitlement. Did we raise entitled kids, or are they just entitled? It's easy to point the finger, but how the fuck did it start?
Oh no,
I did.
Yeah, I gotta take that.
How the fuck? Let's swing it around the room. Let's go.
I gotta take that charge.
Oh, see, I got a little girl, and I lived with a sense of panic from the time
you knew
that she was born.
A female.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because I mean, man, a black woman is at the bottom of the food chain. That's so scary to me. And a lot of times I overdid it.
You were her protector.
I overdid it a lot. Like, her tennis shoes got stolen at our cousin's house. I went over there and, shit got a little dicey. But then she was mad at me because she was like, Dad, you scared me. You was like a savage or something. And I was like, damn, I was defending your honor. Like, with them little girls, man. And then everything she said she wanted, I went out and got. And yeah, she got a little sense of entitlement now. She's 13. She got a little sense of entitlement.
Man, I still do it.
Yes.
I still fuck up and do it.
Yeah, man, it's them little girls, they got us.
I remember my daughter was about 7, man. She was outside deliberately scraping the top of her shoes on the ground. And her little homegirl was like, oh, you gonna get in trouble messing your shoes up.
Hey.
She said, oh, nah, my daddy will just go get some more Saturday.
You know why we like that? You know why we like that? When we both got one daughter. That's the only female on the planet that loves me unconditionally. Without condition, no matter what I become, no matter how bad I fail, she's gonna love me unconditionally. And it's always gonna be like that as long as you're loyal to your daughter.
Yeah, I feel the same way, yo. And it's like, me and my daughter had these conversations, and I know she's not bluffing. You know what I'm saying? Like, she like, once you get old, you gonna come live with me and all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? I said, that's
so they the
cool.
ones pushing the wheelchair.
I'm like,
they
cool.
the ones that's gonna take the
because I know your brothers would be fighting over the pen to put me in a motherfucking nursing home.
I told my mother, I'm glad my sister was born, because if you take ill, I might stand at your bedroom door and squirt you in the ass with a fire hose. I'm not wiping no shit. I'm not digging in your butt.
Understandable.
You know what?
Understandable. All right, so we talking about how entitlement is created. This is how entitlement is created.
Okay.
So we're not going to talk about how it will manifest as they age.
Real quick before we go further, let's talk about that pie. Let's get into the
ancestral. I don't know who's telling them how to do this shit, but this is coming from the ancestors.
Yeah,
like,
so dynamite. That's why I really came. Get on y'all show.
Definitely told to me by somebody.
So you came all the way here just to get a
all the way to get a slice of that goddamn pie.
Oh wait, when we talking about the pie, how can you order? If we gonna talk about it, let's talk about it. How can we order? How can we? Can you customize your pie?
First of all, what's the name of this masterpiece that I asked you to create?
I just called it a sweet potato cheesecake swirl pie.
Swirl.
Yeah, and my Instagram, alpha male, introverted alpha male. That's on all platforms.
And if you can't find him, always DM Miss V, and I will be sure that you
Peace
get it.
Page.
Welcome Miss Prime Draw to the show.
Cigars in the building.
But I just be trying shit. This one right here was like a 1 of 1. Like
Isn't that a
she
beautiful
asked me to
thing?
do it.
And my
I'm
sister
like,
called
I couldn't stop
named
thinking
like
about
2
it when she
cakes, 4
said it.
pies. Like she was, I was like,
Yeah,
all
she
right,
was
let's-
overloading the
Let's
fuck out of me.
let's slow
Then
down.
she was like, "Can you cater a part?" I never did that before. I don't know.
Challenge accepted. He got it.
Yeah, because we
He
really
got
gotta
it.
do that seafood
You can't
for Christmas,
create
Kenny.
this shit and then
get
say you're
back
not
to us.
giving
Now,
it to
how are you with your
everybody.
crab cake stuff?
Huh?
Crab balls.
I do. And man, I cook.
All right, so that we
From the
trying
oven
to
to
figure
the
out
grill.
how you gonna
I
do this.
cook too.
Aww.
If anybody you know take time cooking, please call us at 443-742-9451.
51.
Please, again, Rodney Pierce said, Toto, stop hijacking the damn show. Stop
I cook a
hijacking
mean
the show.
steak, nigga. Shut up.
Oh, I heard about the steak. I heard about the steak.
Sometimes when people going through shit and you ain't got the words,
Oh my God, a meal?
Comfort.
That's why the
Anybody who
cook
can
so
fix
well.
a meal
that
while I'm
touches.
going
That's
through.
why. That's
What
why
I'm
I
going through, I
am
appreciate the plate.
Because they was going through
You
that
don't eat.
oppression. And they could cook real well, the slave.
And that's what it's all about. Like when I like certain things, my daughter will call me. She stays on grandparents during the school year, and she called like, "Ma, I need some chicken and gravy." And I was like, "Well, Serenity, let me walk you through what to do." And she was like, "It's not the same. I'm having a hard day. Can you bake me some chicken and gravy?" And I'm like, "Daughter, I got it," because I know how she feel because my mother would bless us that way. I didn't even realize how poor we really were. But it's like the meals, and then people who didn't eat like we did. I'm looking like, y'all don't get that. What the fuck? Oh, y'all missing out because that's not what Sunday is. Like
Man,
we couldn't even take our meatloaf and put it on a bun and make a sandwich. No, you gonna eat this. You gonna partake of this goodness.
Your vibe give your food the flavor.
That's
man.
what I was ready to say. It's an energetic transaction.
Yeah, just think about it. The meals that you had from your grandma or your mom, once they gone, you don't taste that no more. No
I
matter
was
how
just
much you
talking
try to
about my mother
duplicate.
cheeseburger,
We
nigga.
was just talking about that
No, I would
yesterday.
go from Middle River to Woodlawn. Just, hey,
Damn.
nah, look, here was some ground beef. Look at her.
Damn.
Because she put that love
Because
in
it's
it.
a different kind of love.
Yeah.
I think, Kenny, if you had the time after the show, if I come to your place, could you fix me something? I'm just saying. I just wanted to throw it out there in a hug before I go. All right, go ahead. Keep
Sure.
going.
Sure.
Man, you got a Fidel Castro outfit on and shit. What, you ready for war? What I miss?
Yeah, I was in the zone. I was in the zone, man.
Yeah, we was talking about color. So
Things on
Energy was kind of low.
tone.
And that's the
Gray
thing.
is calm.
You right.
So you have a calm energy about you right
Things
now.
only get better. They only
love
get
it.
better.
Things
And
only
sometimes
get
you
better.
got, like I said yesterday, sometimes you gotta go through shit because sometimes you gotta be the lesson of the day.
Yeah.
You can't always be I'm the standard. I'm not the standard.
No, you were strong and you just needed one more vitamin to make you stronger.
Yeah, that was it. I love it.
You know what I
So
mean?
now I got like Donna came in today and told me some shit that I say myself.
Like,
She's
what
like,
you
"What's that
doing?
thing you saying?" I was like, "What, Donna?"
The
She was
capacity.
asking me. She was like,
Capacity.
"You always say
So you're not
people
the
can't
same.
hold the capacity of you," and I was like, "Damn, that's my word."
In life,
That's
there
what it
will
was.
always be a doofy among you at all times.
Because you're always supposed to be learning.
And that's what happened.
You learn.
This was a learning
This is a
situation
beautiful
for me.
thing. When you can learn from anything, it's a beautiful thing. And the faster you can learn the lesson, the better. If you go to college at fucking 11, you're winning. If you go at 18, it's cool. But at 11, if you got it, so you kind of went to college early. So that's what it is.
Only time I'm gonna stop learning is when I'm burnt up or in a coffin.
Right.
The Egyptian said, "A day you have not
You
learned
are
is a
not-
day you have not lived."
You are
Period.
not too smart
Yo,
to
why
learn
burnt
some
up,
shit.
though?
Everybody need to get that.
Yeah.
Because I would think the shit that I just learned this
Cremated,
week,
man.
I was above that kind of thing. Yeah. And I had to realize you have not arrived.
Yo,
Oh, you have
I
arrived.
told
You
my
still
dad
learning.
From that.
before, I was
Yeah.
in the 11th grade. I said, man, I know everything. I don't need to go the fuck back to that school. So after I woke up from the beating,
Period.
you know what I'm saying?
Period.
He like, you ready to take your ass? I said, hey, I'm going to school tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, yo, he said, man, he kept it real with me. He said, man, you don't never stop learning shit.
Right.
Man, I always been addicted to information.
Yeah.
Even in school, when it wasn't too cool to be smart, I would cut out sometimes and fuck off with my homeboys. But what they didn't know is I went and got my makeup work.
Yeah, see?
I'm at 608, this nigga is 601.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was smart on the
that was
low.
really a thing. Them numbers, I thought it was. I ain't want to be a Sadiddy bitch for real. I was like,
And let me tell you something. I
really
went to
smart, I just
Margot.
be
I'm
lazy.
going to
I
tell
did
you
not
real
know
quick.
that was a
Let me explain it to you, right? It's funny because Jeremiah and him, they were in the smart guy classes. Jeremiah was the same way. So do this, do that, blah, blah. The nigga was doing all the motherfucking work. I'm the only jackass in the crew. Ain't doing shit.
Fucking off all
But I
the
was
time.
smart, though.
Right.
I was smart and would pass and shit like that. It's just like them niggas took it more serious than me. You know, so by the time when I went to Mervo, got kicked out of there, came up to Walbrook, these dudes was in like the advanced area of Walbrook. You know what I'm saying?
Like you couldn't even go down their hallway and shit.
Yeah, they was like,
bring your
this
nosy
is
ass
the
down
smart
here.
nigga section. You know what I'm saying? I was just in regular shit. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't in the joint. That's what we call DEC.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But them
Our
dudes,
Warburg was called the joint.
you know what I mean? I'm like, damn, I gotta upgrade.
Those tests that you take in school, when
Placement
you all of them tests, placement tests, what they placing you, the lower scores, that's how many beds they make in the jails.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
That's how they know how to populate the jail.
Really?
So when you're a dumbass in school,
get
they already done set you up a bed in jail.
Yeah.
Why do you think when you deal with the black kids in mental health is totally different? They setting them up for prison.
So it's the
The
school
white
to prison
kids,
pipeline.
They get all the white kids, sorry, Caucasian, whatever, to be politically
Don't be
correct,
sorry, we here.
They give them all the wraparound services in the world.
Yeah.
Trust me, because I used to do in-home intervention, and it was mainly with white kids. You know what I'm saying? I would have to go into Little Johnny house. Then that's why I quit the job. It's like, man, fuck this shit.
Right.
What about my people?
Right.
Sure.
Right.
They kids.
I want to see some fucking kids that look like
You
me.
send them to a
I want to go
facility.
back to me.
They'll send them to a facility instead of trying to keep them home with mom and dad. You know what I mean? They'll send them to the facility to prepare them for jail. That's all those facilities are.
And so it's school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, and I appreciate everybody tagging in
School
on that.
sets you up for either job or jail.
And I
8
concur.
hours a day, sitting in one spot. Yeah.
I definitely
Being in the
concur.
workforce,
Which is ready to move on to, Donna.
No, I wanted to swing the entitlement. We got some masculine energy and it almost dominated, but we gonna pull it back.
Okay.
So we rolled.
Hold up this mic.
Pause this. Y'all forgot the name of this bitch is her.
It's her. We in the building.
At the end of the day, I wanted the women to be able to chime in.
Co-sponsored by the Bro Show.
Period. I wanted the women to be able to chime in on the entitlement, and then we could figure out where we were gonna go after that.
Hey, I see Pablo, YH8A. I'm just trying to say, hey, everybody, good morning, and thanks for joining. It's her show. We just got, a different vibe today.
How do you feel about it?
Decided to do a takeover.
How do you feel about it, Miss Veronica?
How do I feel about
Entitlement.
what?
Did we create it, or is it something that?
Entitlement
How
to
do you
children?
feel? How do you feel?
I think the entitlement of the children, the parents created.
Sure.
I think it was created mistakenly. A lot of us from my age group era because we knew that our friends just could not. I wasn't asking for
It was an
a
understanding.
pair of Jordans or Nikes unless it was like offered. Look, I got this, and what's the one thing you want? Like for me, birthdays and Christmas is a big deal because that was the only 2 times we got whatever we
That
wanted
could be selfish.
in the world. But other than that, we knew better. Like I'm not even gonna go ask my mother buy me a Snicker unless she said she had
Sure.
some food stamps, $1.
Mm-hmm.
We knew better. But then when our children came, not have. And then our children went from 3 and 5 to 10 and 15 and they felt entitled. Also now, basically they coming to us like, so now you're gonna buy me no tenders? What the fuck, you been buying them? That's how they strong arming us at that point. so then, and you can't, that's what I'm saying. You can't really blame them because like my sister and I grew up in the same house, the same parents. Sure. But like I tell y'all all the time, my sister was always the one, I want to pay rider boots. She always wanted the biggest of whatever gift, Christmas and her birthday, where all of us already took it easy. Like, Mom, I want like a little coat.
Different experience. Y'all both had different experiences.
But now her children are labeled, and she had to continuously reach that bar. Like for Christmas, I do like, Mom, I don't know what to get you. Everything you like is too expensive. That should not be the thought. But for my kids, I didn't go over the bar. Were they good? They were good. But my mindset was single mother, dropped out of school, let's make this happen. So we more of a team. So my kids never got that entitlement. My middle kid, he's spoiled in his own way. He's spoiled in the way of, well, Mom, what? Kenny made a pie you didn't bring. Like last night, you're not bringing pie. I'm going to bring you some.
Share, Mommy.
I need to get the lady. Like he's entitled that way. That's Mom, your baby.
That's really your favorite. And y'all got y'all got that bond.
Maurice is not my favorite. And then his girlfriend watches, so that's what I can tell you. Maurice is not my favorite, y'all. He's not.
Just like with y'all.
But yeah, the children feel entitled.
Like with LaWanda, you know LaWanda, it's more accepted from her. You know what I'm saying?
Certain things was more accepted. Because we already you know what she gonna do. Just that up. Just
gotta try. You know, it's not always easy, man. We gotta try and make them, earn some shit.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
We have to.
Make them earn
they're gonna get in this world.
We know we gonna fuck around and get it to them anyway.
My daughter's on it right now, earning what you, because I gotta teach her responsibility. Because if I don't, she's just gonna be lost.
All right, Buddha, how do you feel about this whole entitlement? You got to chime in, Miss Buddha.
Like, I'm kind of in line with what is and what isn't. Because I guess, like, in society, like you said, your sister kind of, like, bought her kids a lot of label shit. And then versus somebody else might buy their kids a bunch of electronics that might be overzealous. I guess it's, like, all in what you value one and what the child value. Because, like, I wouldn't mind spending a lot of money on DJ equipment for my kid. But then I might be like, nigga, I'm not buying you no bendable sneakers. You feel me? Like, I might not want to pay $2,000 for some tennis shoes you won't grow out in 2 fucking months.
I would ask him what he
I can't say the name. You can't say the name anymore. But you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but I might want to spend that same $2,500 on something that's going to help elevate him. You feel me? So I just feel like it's different though.
That's different.
Yeah. But see, somebody else will be like, why did you spend exactly?
Because this is what's going to elevate him to where he needs to go.
Exactly.
It's a difference.
I love
you.
Yeah, but you know,
Kenny, what you going to say? I'm sorry.
I was like, maybe like meet them halfway or something. That for me, I know that make you excited. Like, oh, is she gonna give me half of it? If I get this half, all right, what I gotta do?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Give them, and then you don't value. I know I hate fat tennis. You don't value stuff when it's given to
from both sides.
You don't appreciate the value of how, like now the children don't appreciate the value of the parents' hustle and how they got out here and they got to work and they got to pay the bills unless you say it. We knew the value. We could see our parents coming in.
Sure.
My mother coming across the street. I'm like, she's so tired. Sure. And I would always feel for her. I knew not to ask her shit, not to come bother her for nothing because I knew. But what my mother would do at the end of the week, run to get all my scrubs together and put them in the washing machine. Before you go in the washing machine, you check all the pockets. It was always a couple dollars in the pocket. And she's like, wonderful. Well, go ahead, keep that. But I had to learn after a while, like, that's her way of saying.
Give my damn money.
That was her way of saying, I'm giving you this for being willing to do that. Because my sister would be like, Mom, I'm ready to go out. I was just ready to go out the door. And she'd be like, go ahead. Veronica, come take my stuff. And I was always like, all right, Mom. But I'm getting, so she wasn't making me like, I'm giving you this. She's basically saying,
you earned it.
You earned this. She's not using the words because my mother ain't want us to be soft in no kind of fucking way. But it was like, oh, that's in there. Well, go ahead and keep that. Make sure you when the stuff out to dry, you fold it out.
All right,
real quick. One thing, and I'm gonna shut the hell up.
You know.
I'm glad that you said about the value of money. Because when I sold drugs, I didn't give a fuck about that money.
Right.
But once I started punching a clock,
I'm
watching that money. You know what I'm saying?
You ready to go in there, hold up my check, 50 cents short. What the fuck is
this? Should I get
this?
this chicken or should I get this or that? You start thinking more. When you selling drugs, you don't give a shit. It's free money.
Yeah.
That's why I never beefed over it.
Yeah.
It's free money.
A different way of thinking.
I love it. All right, so for me, the entitlement, I got two different aspects on it. All right, so I got a dad that treated me the way you two treat y'all daughter. I'm still very much spoiled. I say that all the time. And I actually thank him. So shout out to y'all because some of the kids are grown, but your kids ain't really grown. I said your 20s, you on suicide watch. Your 30s, you trying to fix your 20s. And by the 40s, they can take the training wheels off. So I want to tell y'all about somebody that's actually been spoiled. And I'm in my 40s. I appreciate y'all because what it did was allow me to make standards based on real nigga shit. If my father didn't do it or did do it, that's how I gauge these niggas out here in these streets.
And that is the great thing about
thank you. Yeah, thank you so much for telling your daughter that she should have a higher standard. Thank you so much for giving her that inspiration and that actual identity of this is how a woman should be treated. This is how I should be loved. Now, let's talk about it. Let's talk about the whole entitlement aspect because sometimes I suffer from this a little bit, but I appreciate it. My dad, I was not raised in Baltimore. Let's clear that up. I was born here. I stayed here, went to Furley, and then they made enough money to take me out to the county. So I actually went to school on a military base, which was Fort Meade military. So shout out to my parents for working their asses off. But what I want to say is consciously, this level of entitlement is fucking amazing, and I'll tell you why. Our parents raised us on, I can only give you what I got. So that energy was, all of us are selfish. We all think about, oh, are they okay? And a lot of that's to a fault. Now let's talk about these niggas that's now in the game. Your daughter, my daughter, all of us, they want it. And not only do they want it now because we are in the era of minute. When I push the button on the phone, I get the answer immediately. When I call, I don't gotta wait because the phone is on the wall and we gotta see who gonna answer the motherfucker. I want my answer right now, immediately. So honestly, again, Buddha say I'm playing devil's advocate. I'm playing devil's advocate. I kind of feel like that we done created the soldiers, and I'm not gonna say make them rotten, but I'm gonna say keep showing them that whatever the fuck they want, they can fucking get, because that's how I'm out here in this world. Whatever the fuck I want, I'm gonna get, and if it don't come fast enough, I'm pushing niggas buttons. So I appreciate.
Just don't push it 3 times.
Oh, here we go. And I love you back. But at the end of the day, you have to. Pressure make diamonds.
No, I don't know that.
Pressure make diamonds.
Let me say this in an example of what I think Donna is.
Pressure make diamonds.
Last week, Tony and I was talking last weekend, and we was like, yo, we gotta think of something. And I was in a bad headspace week before last. And he was like, we gonna make the kids do a show.
Pressure make diamonds.
Like, yo, and I'm all like, Tone, can we make him? He was like, fuck it. So I called my son in the room. He got his son on the phone on the 3-way, and I've got him Tone on the speaker. And he telling us what y'all gonna do. Y'all going this. Next week, I said, all right, I'm gonna start the group text. They like, and his son on the phone like, okay. Maurice say, okay. So I'm asking them, y'all good with that? Tone said, they don't have no fucking choice. They said, no, we be there. Them niggas came in this bitch last Saturday.
Shout out to y'all.
Went live and went
It was fun too. I watched it.
See,
it was real fun.
And like I think Kenny told his son this too. Like my son, when he turned 18, he was so happy. Like, yeah, I'm 18. I'm like, yeah, that's cool. Now I can beat your ass up and don't go to jail for it.
You said you was a man, right?
Am I lying, Kenny?
No. See,
that's the talk you gotta give to these these sons, man. With my daughter, it's gonna be I'm a tough act to follow. As far as a nigga, one, he gonna have a lot of money for food. She gonna eat up a bunch of shit. There's certain things she like.
Right.
So you're gonna have to be able to foot that bill, and I designed it that way on purpose so she don't go out here and be
Like
an
Donna
airhead
said,
for a nigga.
Fucking with these suckers.
That's the standard. You can't. But my dad did that. I'm not impressed. I'm not easily
I
impressed.
still
call
tell
my
the
father.
difference in the young dudes out here that had men in their life than the ones that just had a passive woman. I'm not gonna say a woman.
Women with passive.
I'm not gonna say a woman because there's some women that raised some strong
Amazing
gentlemen.
women.
Because I
Yeah.
have strong sons, I believe.
Yeah, so yeah, it's just like that.
So we all feel different about the entitlement, but at the end of the day,
Still come to the same conclusion.
it is a change and we embrace it. In the black community, we need change. We can't stay the same slaves.
Sorry, y'all. Real
We
quick,
gotta
let me jump over
change.
here to Instagram. Pretty Thick J, thanks for joining. Lizzo, thanks for joining. No, his okay.
Said she
I don't
watching?
explain his name. You is
We
so
on the wave,
crazy.
rocking.
Hold up, y'all. Wait a minute, y'all. I missed a lot. All right, Rodney Pierce. I read his comment before I turned. Real quick, Miss Prime Jaw said, I can't say that parents created. There are parents that could hold their children to a standard and make them earn what they receive, but society has made these kids believe they have rights. LOL. So I guess that comes with you can't beat me, you can't do this, you can't do that, because society has said you can't. These are my kids. I'm putting my paws on them. Miss Prime Draw came back to say,
though, you gotta have a formula for each one.
Miss Prime Draw came back to say, but society, kids calling the police being disciplined, the schools having no form, the schools having, hold on, no, let me finish, the school having no form of discipline. Not to mention, not to mention the lack of community support. So all of that goes into a lot. She came back to say, we've lost our village mentally. Baby girl truly said,
oh, that's my bitch.
Baby girl truly said, I see where Donna is coming from, but, I must have touched it too many times. I see where Donna is coming from, but to balance that point, teaching them how to earn what makes it valuable more. And I agree with what she's saying.
I love how she worded it.
If we allow them to continuously get,
they bitching you.
They bitching you at some point, or they not earning. Like I said with me, I knew the value of getting a place and paying my bills because I looked at my mother come home tired.
I'm guilty.
All right, so when I was in school, when I was in school,
when it comes to Maurice, I'm guilty of that.
I had a
My youngest.
I had a teacher have all of the classes that they taught write an essay on something that they did that they were kind of not proud of, and the teacher read one student's essay to every one of their classes, and it was about this young guy, which was one of our classmates at some aspect, went to the same school, robbed his mother on her way home from work. What? Because she didn't have the money to buy him some Jordans. She didn't have the money to buy him some Jordans. So he robbed his mother on the way from work, but she was working extra to buy him the fucking shoes.
Damn.
Somewhere down the line, it seemed like that's her fault.
That shit
man.
fucked my head up.
You trying to
What
get
the
that
fuck?
motherfucker
Yo, your
shit.
mother.
Or still, like Miss Prime George said, he don't even have the value of the hustle and what his mother was doing.
Nope.
He did.
You don't even see it. You don't even wonder like what she was going through. If my household can't see my pain and what's going on.
Those Jordans cursed him for life.
Not only that,
but who am I to say that his mother didn't teach him better? You feel me?
That's what I wanted to
I
chime
can't
in
blame
and say.
her. The thing is, maybe I can blame just him or society in the aspect of making kids feel like they knocked the shit because they don't have on Jordans. Like, I feel like it's a collective.
I need this too. Mental illness does not rear its head until middle school and high school. So why we gotta leave that out? All these pregnant women is taking all these drugs and y'all thinking that shit ain't gonna affect nobody. This again, we can look at it like we did in the late 1900s, but this is not that time. These niggas is different. I'm telling you, they cut from a different cloth. This is a different set of ancestors coming back. And in my opinion, this entitlement is the same entitlement that's going to allow us to get those 40 acres and a mule. Stop fucking playing humble.
Yeah.
Go get whatever the fuck you want. And I'm sorry that the parents have to be the first expense, but you made a sacrifice when you chose to make a kid, because you will be the first one they lie to. You're going to be the first one they snake, because that's just how it goes. So at the end of the day, I feel like collective conscious movement, no, he shouldn't have fucking robbed his mother. He's insane.
See, shit like that.
He's insane. But we need our shit.
I always say that a lot of these kids in this environment, and let's not forget about the crack, a lot of these kids are the kids of crack.
There you go.
Man.
There you go.
Shit don't go nowhere.
There you go.
Not only that, but many of these kids is being babysat by GTA, the video game. Like, I'm saying, see, it's one thing for an adult to play these video games and understand the difference. But if you just sitting your kid and letting them play video games and that's where they learning from all day long, it's nothing for them to come rob his mother, because you'll just get another go.
Yeah, and that's the thing about it, yo. Is like
you'll get another life.
With all those video games,
forgiven.
That's
it.
You rob me shit like that, yo. You teach these motherfuckers how to go out here and shoot people and shit. Me per se, this is my opinion. I have an issue with a grown man sitting around playing video games all the time. Like, yo, can't you do something else?
I can.
Alright.
You know what I'm saying?
Hardest working man in showbiz. That's tight. All right, and I agree with everybody. So let's change the topic. Let's change the dynamic into something fun. All right, here we go. Manscaping, womanscaping.
All right, before we go, let me just catch
Oh
up.
Lordy, here we go. Let's sit on it.
Catch up real quick. 410cc.
Disclaimer. He said that earlier.
They need.
This is crazy.
Sorry, he said they
make it
gotta
fun.
be led. The children gotta be led. Miss Prime Draw said what happened to the village holding the kids accountable.
They went to work. The village went to work. That's what
People
happened.
are so determined rewarding bad behavior. Determined to be rewarding bad behavior when they know their kids are a terror. True that. Rodney Pierce said this is the only benefit of good parents are seeing that their spawns are out of control. And you know what, Rodney Pierce, it's so horrible that the only way you can find out that your kids has been rewarded unnecessarily is that they're just reckless. Because think about it now where we are. 10 years from now, these kids got to be the generation that run for mayor, governor.
And they will, though. They reading by fucking 1 and 2. They will be the generation. We just don't know how it's going to go, but they will do it.
Well, they have no choice because they are the generation.
They will do it.
Real quick, and we're going to get to that topic. Dawn was talking about my man one time. He had posted about his son and his nephew when they were younger. You know what I'm saying? When they were younger. And he said it started raining outside. So they were out there in the pool. So he said, hey, come on in, it's raining. He said, nah, Dad, if we stay under the water, the rain won't get us. He said, yo, my family is doomed if I got to depend on him. That's the dumbest idea. If you stay under the water, you
Wasn't
drown.
that
The thing is, at the end of the day, you got to call it what it is.
And I like my landing strip clean on that next topic.
Hold on, but the topic said, and I quote, manscaping and womanscaping. So are you saying your landscape's clean?
I like it like that.
So y'all are both
get to
y'all are
what's-
both runways meeting up.
I like keeping it on porn
The
star.
only hair on me is my beard.
Okay. All right, cool. Miss Buddha, don't sit in that motherfucking cut. Sit the fuck up.
It depends.
Let's go. First we start with manscaping and
Real
womanscaping,
quick,
and then we go.
Miss Brown Draw said that's an excuse.
It depends.
And the issues
Paris
with our
funky.
people, the village needs
It
to
can
step out or
So
shut
I
up.
will. She ain't gonna answer on this next topic. I trust me.
All right, Miss Brown Draw, we calling your
Keep
car.
listening.
The
What-
next
what you
topic
say,
is
Dawn?
manscaping.
Manscaping, womanscaping in that order. How do you like your niggas? How do you like your bitches? Because we both partake in everything. So let's roll. You can bring in yourself if you like. Nah, we coming around counterclockwise.
Well,
Let's
No,
go.
but we skip
I got
skip
right
because I always
with
go
for me
first.
with females like bad legs shaved or waxed, whatever the fuck you do. Your arms definitely, and you can streamline the other area if you keep it kind of whatever, even if it's dead. But don't have no fucking texture that's gonna have me not right or something.
Strike a match.
Texture.
Yeah, I'm good on that. That's
Texture is a thing. Did you say you do?
Oh, for guys.
Yeah.
I mean, same thing, but I don't want to be.
Flossing.
This girl came to school in the 9th grade with
the story.
with genital hair in her mouth.
Yeah.
Like, in the 9th grade. Oh, damn.
Pedophilia.
That shit was wild.
That's nasty.
Who's hitting her?
They was acting
That shit
nasty.
was wild. Like,
Before
I never
school.
forget it. So, like, comb that shit. I don't know.
Did
Figure
you
it
say
out.
you never saw black floss? Did you say, hey, I never saw black
Let's
floss?
go. Donna, give us your view on that topic. I can't.
All right, I'm not gonna do this with y'all because I stay getting myself in trouble.
Yo.
But I'm gonna say completely bald is a huge headache to consume. It's prickly. That's for women. Very, very prickly. It's not for me. So just have a regular. I'm cool with a regular.
What we didn't hear? What you said?
Here we are. Okay, so when it comes to females, completely bald can be prickly to consume. It can be like on a
You get a
little
rash on your top lip.
My man, no. We out here really putting in work. Then let's talk. Can I? We out here really putting in work. So that shit is prickly.
It should be
So
tender
please,
for a day or
yes,
so.
it do. So don't come thinking that shit. That shit is no. It's hard to consume. We said what we said. So landing strip regular, I appreciate that. For my dudes, I know y'all not gonna like this. I like hairy men. I like her. You got hair on your chest. Leave that shit. You got hair down there. That's cool. Parted. I'm good. Like I get in straight in the middle. So at the end of the day, I don't have a problem with a little hair. Now for me, yeah, regular all day. A regular in the lineup. That's how I'm out here rocking. If you not fucking with that, because I feel like this, we gotta roll back to the pedophilia thing. The only time people actually have bald vaginas is when they immature. And Western society is not gonna make me think that looking at anything bald equates to maturity or able to reproduce.
But what if you running in like a coochie head that look like about a bunch of battle ants ready for war? It's really tight.
Spots on him, you have me.
Hey, first off, that's
Real
actually
quick,
a fans only
let's
title,
go.
so let's get into that. Them
Hold
hurry
on,
pussy
can we run
bitches
back?
is getting
Can we run
money.
this back?
Stop
Can we run
it.
this back?
Somebody liked it.
Yeah, that's something absolutely.
All right, real quick, excuse me, y'all.
Absolutely.
Let me get some space. Miss Brown John said, don't shave legs, but definitely everything else, I keep it clean
Prickly.
for he and I tone.
She said what?
She said she don't shave her legs, but everything else she keep it clean for him and her tone. Since you said she wasn't gonna
wrong with
comment.
pussy. I don't care what it look like. Long
No,
as
she
it
said that
has
because
bumps
you
on
said she wasn't gonna
it,
get
I'm
on
going
topic.
in.
As long as you can't fall
Lil
in it.
Mama said.
Oh,
Yeah, right.
Hold up, y'all. Give me a second. Lil Mama said men and women should keep it low and clean, especially if you want oral sex. Period. With a T on the end. Rodney Pierce said lawn mowed and conditioned. That's what the fuck I said. Baby girl Trudy said.
I might burn.
I got a question.
She said, wait a minute, let me say it. Sugaring helps.
Oh,
Okay.
sugar scrub.
Okay, 410.
That's also a fans
CC3
only.
said landing strip for him. Baby girl Trudy said less harsh on the skin than waxing.
I can't wait till that chair turn around.
I don't know what that
Me too.
She right. Oh, okay. 410cc saying she
Here it
right.
comes, Buddha. The chair turned around. So Miss Veronica.
Everybody didn't go, Tom. You did.
Miss
I'm just saying,
Veronica.
my opinion of it is,
What is your
all
thing
this
on
shit
it?
don't stink and that bumps. I don't give a fuck what it looks like. I'm going in.
Next topic.
Yeah.
That was it.
She said, you see how she hit it. Your preference,
Yeah.
Miss
Who's
Please.
calling me?
There she go. She got the shades on trying to be low today. Not today, sugar.
Don't be quiet
Not
now.
today, sugar.
El Capitan.
As for me, I like my ice cream like with cookies. It's like no, I'm just
You know
There she
what?
go.
Because I don't want to talk about this, but okay, I will. For me, I think men should be clean and neat.
Okay.
Not shaved. I have a thing,
Me too.
like I told y'all earlier, with pedophilia. Like women who do the waxing if you take everything off, I feel like I'm touching a kid, and bitch, I ain't gonna be able to do it.
Thank you. Invested in the stock market.
And you're missing out on something great if I say no. I'm just trying to tell you. I'm just saying. Now, do I want her to keep it neat?
I don't know how I feel to touch a kid.
I said I don't know, but what I'm saying is
we got
bald
you.
look
We
like
got
a
you.
minor.
We got you,
It's a
Mr. B.
hard time to get you through your day.
What I'm saying is, see that why the fuck it get to me and everybody get crazy?
I just
You
started.
started
I didn't
show,
finish
B.
it. I just started. I didn't finish it. Disclaimer.
The untruths, the unfairs for me is the part that gets on my nerves. I'm just saying, as for me, the close
Sure.
condition. So that means when they say close and condition, mean close with nice, like the hair needs to feel like you shower and you put because if you shower right and you use the right soaps and stuff, that hair won't be so prickly.
I'm torn.
Who the fuck need a whole bush? I'm not putting my face in somebody's blowout. I ain't able to do it. Now can the man have hair on his chest? Yes.
I got a question. Like back in the
But
day,
let's go, shorty.
I'm not doing no fucking corn rolling. I ain't here for that.
like in the 70s,
I'm not finished
used
for
to
this
be
still my
like,
turn.
I'm sorry.
Don't just switch the whole fucking
I'm
thing.
not because you got my head fucked up. Keep talking about bald coochies. That look like an eagle.
I'm just saying I don't want some. I
What
don't
you
want.
saying? I'm trying to understand what you mean. Like you saying, so the 1970s coochie fro can be tamed. That's what I'm asking you.
Yeah, basically I'm
What
saying.
the fuck with what?
You can,
What they taming that shit with?
some kind of
I don't
soap
have that kind
has
Soul glow.
soap that has moisturizer in it.
Big moisturizer on the pussy.
Yes, like a lot of people don't use Dove because
That
of
shit gonna
this,
give you
that,
a
and
yeast
the
infection.
But the thing is, Dove has moisturizer in it.
Can I concur on that? Because people.
I don't want to because I ain't going to
No,
your shit. Let me get my fucking turn.
Put my head up.
No,
I
can
don't
I?
want to have sex and oral sex with somebody with bristly hair that cut my face. Flat out. It's not up for grabs. I ain't going on y'all shit. How y'all felt is what y'all had. Do I want your bristly hair in my face? Fuck no. And oral sex is my thing. Oral sex is my thing.
She said it before. She said it before.
That's my shit. Like, that's my thing. I'm good with that. If it's a woman, if it's a man, congratulations. You just won a fucking prize if I come over.
Because you're the prize.
What I need, because I'm the prize. So what I need you to do is get this shit together. Am I walking over Pam Greer house back in 65? Fuck no.
That's what I'm saying.
Keep that shit. You're not walking that bitch with a motherfucking collar.
I would.
Look, babe, come on, let me braid this down.
That bitch.
We're going to do 2 braids,
I
one on
would.
this side, one on this side. Until we going to get busy. Fuck no, bitch, get that shit
So
under
you
control.
saying you just want to please her. You don't want a facial scrub.
I don't want a facial scrub. Dove moisturizing low body wash will get that hair under control. I don't know who you fucking with, Buddha, but tell them bitches get that Dove.
No, the reason
That hair
why.
will get under control.
The reason why Buddha said that is because.
Hold on, I
No,
like you, man.
this is
I
cute.
speak from a general stance, not a personal always. So
No,
like,
I'm just saying.
I'm
I'm just saying because y'all who is
Sometimes
No,
long
so
hair, you
my
can use it to hold the lips open.
So my questions are
Yo,
not always for
disgusting.
my experience.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm just saying.
I don't like to go
everybody
down
wanted to
on
attack
girls
my
with brittle
opinion.
hair.
And I sat here quietly
No, thank
while
you.
everybody took their turn. I sat here quietly.
And-
Why y'all can't let me
Because
just get
yours
my
was the
turn?
I was
funniest.
asking you
I
a
knew what you
question.
were getting
How
to.
can you not want somebody to ask you to further break down something? If you want to get to
But you didn't let me finish.
This is amazing.
I needed some details in the fucking story. How you want to get mad at that?
I didn't get
Family.
I'm just perplexed on the bushy coochie hair that
Family.
you can change the texture of.
Family, let me come from a holistic point and say I'm perplexed on how the fire came from genital hair. How is that bigger than Balenciaga? That's what I'm confused about.
How are they saying it's fire?
No, I'm saying how did the energy really shoot through the roof on genital hair? Like,
Because
come on.
pussy
But
is
if it was
the
me,
greatest-
I'm just under
the
attack.
greatest shit on earth, like
Donna,
sex.
I believe that I'm just under attack this week.
Not at
I'm
all.
convinced that
Not
I
at
am
all.
under
We're actually
attack this
all
week.
here because of you.
If you realize, I'm the only person who never got out to say everything she wanted to say. As soon as I start, I was attacked and questioned. So I never even got through.
That's not question.
what
I gotta
was
plead the
saying. I
fifth
had to
on
fucking
that.
jump up and get out, get what I like, get halfway. I didn't even finish.
I gotta plead the
I
fifth
felt
on
like
that.
I had to. I felt like I was
You
in a
didn't
fucking
have to
fight.
do
Get
that.
the fuck, bitch, get off me. That's how I feel.
I gotta
you
believe
can
That's
that.
a reflection of your own shit.
I get it, V.
I'm just saying.
You're gonna look at a bitch at her hair first on her head. If it's her natural hair,
No, that's what I
curly
do.
and stuff like that.
I'm not doing all that
Gucci.
shit.
It's feasible. It's,
Yeah.
Because
you know,
for me, what I like,
yeah.
have I been dating men for 7 years now straight? Yes. But prior to that, the women that I dated, it had to be something authentic about the package.
Yeah.
Just don't have a bump.
It had to be something authentic about the package because I don't know how, but it happened because I guess unconsciously, a lot of the women that I dated, they did this, they were, in a cooking field, they did something, or a nurse. So I knew that this chick, oh, I'm about to get in this ass, because I know if she do all of this to stay clean, all of this is clean. I'm good on the back end, and then she told me the paperwork is right. Then here you go. Oh, bitch, we winning. I'm just saying, for me, what I did before I dated men or women, what worked for me. For me, I think women are the greatest fucking sex partners ever. So when you go in and they got the paperwork ready for you saying they are healthy, you go all the way the fuck in and you turn all her volume up to the highest capacity. The noise overwhelms me. So I need all of this shit to be taken care of because I don't want to get here and be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And I'm mad. I'm just saying, for me, what I like. I don't want the wax, but can you shave closely? Yes. Cut that shit down. Don't give me the prickly that it feel like a bunch of blades on my face, but keep it good. Keep it good. Yeah, keep it close. That's all I'm saying.
But for me, V, if
But
I'm
for
going,
man, clean this up. But let me feel your chest, that big teddy bear chest.
So look, V, if I'm going down, right, and for some reason I got cat eyes, because I don't know if I don't care if it's in the dark or anything. I come to a screeching halt when I'm about to, wait a minute, what's that?
Is that a bump?
That's a bump right there. What's that? Oh, well, I was shaving. That's why they really shouldn't shave bald all the time because you get hair bumps.
Yeah.
I'm a man. We get hair bumps and shit. You know what I'm saying?
And you gotta figure out, is this hair bump?
Yeah.
Is it a hair bump? Or is it a bump bump? Or is it a bump
You know
bump?
what? Like, people be
Oh,
doing
God,
that shit.
Don't like bump.
Wait a minute, real quick, let me jump back over here to
Spicy.
Instagram.
Don't bring up gender.
Miss Prime Jaw says shave,
Note to self.
not needed, but low and clean. It's a win for me. 410cc said I keep it number one. Bald is
Number one, that's not bald. That's a regular hair.
he said he
Says
keep
the
a
barber.
number. I guess he said
He know.
he keep a number one.
He know.
Big facts.
Oh no, he said he want her to keep a number one. Rodney Pierce said Donna keep her honest, laughing my ass off, trying to hold me accountable. Lord Mama said, right, V, and then she go calling. Thank you. Rodney Pierce said,
Whoa.
I want a well-maintained golf course. Brown Sugar, thanks for joining.
Write a book, Robbie.
Great Christian, thanks for. Let me just say this real quick, Dre. You just jumped in. You might have heard some shit that you shouldn't have heard from me. Everything that I said, Donna had it written on the card. It really wasn't my wording, Dre. So don't look at me no different.
I'll take it.
Dre think I'm just sweet and
I'll take
sweet.
it.
So I want him to keep.
All right, let's change the dynamic. Let's change the dynamic.
I think
Here
if
we
you're
go.
a
Pussy there
nurse
for 101.
and you're burning or something, you should get fired.
You should be fired. A smelly nurse, dirty scrubs,
smelly nurse.
like some of them bitches.
Hard.
You eat lunch, you come back from break,
agree,
and
that's-
food on your face. You should be sent home because that means you ain't even wash your fucking hands.
If I get
It's a
burnt by a
lie.
nurse and tell my supervisor, like, she burnt me, fire this bitch.
Like I'm telling you,
Wear a
this,
condom. Let's
this
go.
one thing I can say about not dating a nurse.
Please.
They fucking talk too much. They know everything. This bitch
They are knowledgeable,
that I was
though.
dealing with, she was.
They
she
are
was,
very
she was-
knowledgeable.
She was very resourceful
Okay.
at times, is what I'm gonna say. But the bitch would not stop talking. Like the one that's calling now, she a teacher, and it works for me. You know what I mean? But like that fucking nurse, bitch, you got to
Damn, you would
go.
think it was the opposite though. You they could be the teacher that
She
talk,
don't even over fucking talk
That's
everything,
icy.
and then she called me Ladybug. What you? I'm like, babe, I'm just.
Hey, nurses, we still love y'all. It's okay.
You
Y'all,
just better be clean.
y'all don't have time to yourselves, so
All
I
these bitches better
understand.
be clean, bitch.
Oh my lord.
Right.
First off, can we? I shouldn't, but I will, and I'm gonna say it, and then I'm gonna jump to the next topic. It's so many medicines that people think are good for them that's actually throwing off the pH. I'm not saying I'm making an exception for smelly cat. I'm not saying I'm making an exception for smelly cat, but all of the food is processed. The dairy is actually pus. And nobody's eating green leafy vegetables because that's why people are dealing with a lot of health problems now. So I would just like to say, from my holistic practice, if you're having any body odor, you need chlorophyll, green leafy vegetables. It acts like a broom. It scrubs all the toxins out. Follow it with water. Your pussy will smell like
a lot of those chicks been dealing with dudes that been dipping on dookie.
Yeah, well, that's not our fault either.
So let me ask Jordan this question.
Sure.
What do you say about fruit? I always say, because I'm not a woman who will give a man oral sex and then he come in my mouth. I ain't gonna be able to do it. But I hear people say all the time that if you
are what you eat.
You are what you eat. If they eat a lot of fruit, it comes out and is not as, I guess, tough.
I love that you said that, and thank you for addressing that to me. So fruit is actually known as the ultimate hydration. They say water is really good, but fruit is actually known as the ultimate hydration. So you are what you eat. That's why I wanted to mention all the medicines that people are taking. So if you do eat green leafy vegetables and fruit, it will change how you taste. And y'all know the last show we talked about it. Be careful who you taste, because you can make yourself addicted to a certain taste and flavor. You don't know why you can't get this trifling bitch out your head, but it's because she tastes like rainbows. So be careful what you eat. So now, as far as be careful of what you eat.
And what?
Be careful of what you eat.
Okay, Ellen B. Reese just said, is this a smash up show? So the guys decided to come in here, Maurice, and throw them take over.
Ain't happening.
Donna has took the reins
every time.
And took the shit back.
Every time. Fruit is the number one hydrator. Water is too, because fellas, can I tell y'all this? Don't go out here listening to Miss V and eat a whole bunch of pineapples, because when you nut, it'll be a pineapple booger. Make sure you eating pineapples and drinking water. And I said what I said, and I know exactly what I'm talking about. And I mean, y'all came for me. Buddha, don't smile like that, because you know what the fuck I'm talking about.
So it will bubble at the top.
Yeah.
But no, you gotta be careful on the fruit, though, because that's a cleanser too.
Right. So drink water and eat fruit, and as you get older,
come on, guys, we trying to.
As you get older, be mindful of your stream, because they say when you're young, you can hit the ceiling, and as you get older, it comes out like a water fountain. So if your water fountain is instead of hitting the ceiling, that also is a sign that you may need to change some things in your diet. Thank you, Miss Veronica, for all of that. And here's the deal. I don't mean no harm, but the guys really can't say shit because y'all ain't never tasted nut. So let's wrap.
Well, wait a minute.
Did you didn't. So I said what the fuck I said.
Donna, please take me in the sex realm for a minute.
Do you want to?
Yeah.
Because you can only talk about it if you actually taste it. So y'all didn't.
Well, no,
so
I'm not saying.
So this is for us. Go ahead.
See,
whatever you like.
I know guys always be like, well, why you won't swallow?
Sweet booger.
I swallow. I taste you. Why you won't taste me? Why do you want her to do that, guys?
I don't need her to do. I don't need that.
I think it's a visual.
Because I gotta kiss the bitch.
Right. I don't want you to do right. If we're gonna kiss, you're not gonna let me bust in your mouth. Cause
I have a bad diet, so I know my shit is bullshit.
It will set you free. It will.
I just don't, because I hear a lot of guys say that, like, so you ain't gonna swallow it?
I don't blame you.
Why would I do that?
I like to do that shit.
I'm still like a kid, like, oh, it's coming out, it's coming out.
Bingo, whatever the fuck.
Like, and you know what? A lot of people who love anal sex.
No, it's
I don't
something
know
wrong
how.
with a guy that loves that all the time.
Well, I mean, I don't know if they like it. I don't think nobody's relationships do it all the time, but they do it, and a lot of women get a lot of pleasure out of it. Getting and letting him do anal sex. I've never did it, so I want to hear about it.
You know, once in a while, you know, all right, but that's
so is it just
not something you just want to do all the time, unless you got other tendencies.
Yeah, this just sound like bestiality a little bit. Man.
Like everybody
Now your bitch is a dragon?
She has.
Well, I am a dragon.
She has all of this. She has
if
all
she
of
likes
this
that, that's
deliciousness
I'm
in front of
trying to
her.
coalition between BC
And you're risking
I don't even
pulling
know
a turd out on your penis. I don't know.
Yeah, you end up with yesterday's meal on your dick.
Yeah. Yeah,
Maybe
I
they
hear a lot of
depending
people,
on
a lot of guys,
Dingleberry
a lot of
and
guys
shit.
want to do it, and a lot of girls like getting it
That
done.
inner shit smells bad.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not.
Oh, okay.
Because a bitch gonna lose their brakes.
Now let me ask you guys this: how are you
Losing
okay
the
with
brakes.
you giving her oral sex? Do you ever like lick in her butt?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Fuck yeah. Everything on the plate.
So why is that? So
From the
it's
back.
just exciting. You like to hear her get aroused. Like what is it that do it
It's
for you?
like doing it.
Cause when you lay in my bed, you fool. No other reason.
Go ahead. You gotta pump your chest after that.
Oh
kid.
shit! I didn't know that. You gotta
You look, you hear me? I'm trying to set an appointment. Like,
Yeah, you got. I'm
You gotta
usually
pump your
at
chest
nighttime.
after you say that. You
look,
fool.
look at me. Okay, like,
I mean, he makes cakes for God's sakes. He said that there was more cakes and pies. He
I'm
said
had some spit of power in
he's
your
a
back.
culinary expert. That's what he said. He said he's a foodie. He
You
said
gonna
what he
spit of
said.
power in your back at him.
Yo,
Finish and pump
this
his
man
chest.
say he gonna lay you on the bed, lick your ass, and then spit a power on your back. This old,
Superman at
this
home.
old.
Okay.
Yo, I hate everything about
I
this.
hear that shit.
So how about you,
This has been
Donna?
great. This has been great. This has been great. This has been great. We well into 7 minutes from 2 hours. Do we want to wrap up now, Donna? Do you guys 7 minutes worth of something?
I could do 7 minutes, but if we do 7 minutes because there's so many people, it gotta be a yeah or nay.
All right.
So foreplay, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Foreplay, yes or no? Foreplay, yes or no?
It depends on who the fuck it is.
Gotta squeeze the fruit.
I appreciate you for that. Foreplay, yes or no?
Absolutely.
For me, it depends on how I feel.
Yeah.
I might just need you to slut me out and me to do the same, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. It don't always gotta be all of that. I don't even always
Now,
got
this
that
the
much time.
question.
That much
Do
time.
it matter?
Foreplay bigger than
Do
that.
it matter how long? Like, cause if
Hold on, I need that comment
Do
when
it.
you finish.
He said, go ahead, say it. Is the man in you?
That's the manliness in it. I mean, not a bad thing. But
I'll take it.
But guys,
I'll
should
take
fuck
it.
in and fuck off.
I'll take it.
Foreplay
I'll
bigger
take
than
it.
that.
See, for me,
Foreplay.
I got a certain. If you my sex partner, I got a certain thing going on. So the foreplay for me get it all gushed up. You get it all worked up. Like the guy wants to suck this dick. I'm gonna get. I'm gonna need to hear. Oh, now you ready. Oh, now you ready. Like it's certain things I need because it works for me.
Your mind.
Sure.
I ain't even worried about you. Just hear.
Sure.
Your
I'm here for a
mind,
good time. I'm
man.
listening to you, Kim.
Match your minds. That's where it's
A meeting of the minds. I love it.
In the morning time, when you hit her with a little funny text and she groggy and look and start laughing, and through the day you do things like that.
That's the foreplay.
That's the foreplay
That's
right
the
there,
foreplay.
and that shit can last for days. So when I get to you, you already
primed
moist.
up. Yo, say you already did the water sound, Kenny. That's how she is. And you
How do you even know how to do that?
I don't know. Yo, they been doing this shit since last week, daughter.
Jesus Christ.
Daughter, but it's so it's fucked up. I want to learn how to do it.
No, but it's actually very accurate. It's very accurate. Right. I would think it was.
But like Kenny, I actually like that. You said it on another show, and it made me think since that. Yesterday actually, and I was like, that is foreplay. Do you know how excited the other person get when you're texting and calling throughout the day? Especially when you're saying little shit. Before you know it, she's sending you pictures. You're like, she primed up. I know she ready.
People think it's just about you getting there and start licking on them.
Start jamming and just start stabbing.
And that's why sometimes the female, she'll look at you like, yo, what you doing?
But see, I think she wasn't ready to go.
She wasn't ready for that.
She ready to go.
Idiocy. Like for me,
she already
with women, I
primed
want come over. Let me.
But that comes from some type
But
of
I'm
foreplay.
talking about
because the pleasure of having sex with a woman is a big deal. The shit feels awesome. So I need to feel everything is soft. Her fucking hair, I'm getting some fucking lotion. I'm getting all the hair moisturizing her hand, working her hand down. Cause by the time we get where we need to be, she's so fucking relaxed. Everything is like and I'm like,
I love it.
coming back.
Beat it up real quick.
She said something.
I'm saying that
$40
everybody's talking. Y'all seem to be talking from me personally. I'm thinking about a rollover point of view, or I'm coming in from work.
Right.
Yeah.
If I roll over, man, I ain't got time to text at 6 a.m. I'm jumping on and I'm coming off. But I'm also we talking about you assume. You assume, and I'm talking about this. I mean, yeah, I like to. We come on now, we grown. We all doing that texting. If I had a shitty day, I'm coming in and you gonna make mommy happy. happy, and you gonna do whatever the fuck I need you to do,
No,
and then you gonna make mommy happy, and that's just what it is gonna be. I don't need you to. I don't need all of that.
It depends
You
on what
can't.
makes you
I'm
happy.
telling you what I asked you to do. Fucking do it. We'll
depends
talk about it
on-
later.
It depends on what makes you happy.
Yeah.
Sometimes you already
Had a hard day. Get this out of me. Get this out of
So
me.
you gonna make the man feel like the bitch?
Yeah, I don't want
Get
to
this
talk
out
to
of
you
me.
like that.
Get this out
I'll
of
be
me.
like, man, listen to
Oh,
Man, let me tell you something. That's what they're saying in the studio. Them things go up. Them things go up. It sounds.
Wait till y'all get the can.
It sounds all of that, but at the end of the day, I am a baddie. And I mean, real shit. I mean, if you on your shit, for real, when I come and I say make mommy happy, and things start to coming off, it's what she said, my nigga pitching the tent. Cut it out.
You making me
But
think you gonna hit me next.
No, I mean, I might just pop you in your mouth, but we all playing.
I'm gonna say, sit your ass down.
Yeah, wise up though. Trust me, that thing gonna be alright.
My muscles
Trust
are
me,
just for
son.
looks.
Let me
I wanna be healed.
Everybody don't know how to deal with a woman like
Drake
that.
Christian said, come on. Drake Christian said, there's a lot of guys out there that has snowballed before. We're gonna talk about the
Whoa,
snowball
I'm
in a
not.
second.
That's gonna fuck my brain up.
Lisa Noman, thanks for joining. Right here said, Donna, do you like leather?
Occasionally.
She said occasionally, right here. I don't know if we hooking up something here.
Why did you pause like
He just trying to check my ball. It's cool.
Because he's trying to check it.
He's trying to check my
I sound like a dominatrix or something.
I think Rodney P is trying to set some shit out.
So y'all saying
A
equally,
leather thong.
mental stimulation is foreplay as well as the
Yes.
other shit you introduced.
Basically, look at you. Look at
Okay.
look at you.
Thank
Come
you
on,
for
man.
summarizing.
No, because that was like I'm a slow bitch.
No, I'm saying like that. Basically, you just summed it up versus us going back and forth.
Love it.
Y'all bitches, I hate y'all.
Love it.
Yeah, like
Everybody needs a hug today. All right, so is that the 7 minutes?
We need to fucking give out hugs all across
Is that the 7
board.
minutes?
No, real quick, I want to go back to the snowballing.
Oh.
Have you ever? Now I'm gonna tell y'all what the.
They know what the
I don't
fuck
wanna
it is.
talk about that.
Because this bitch just cussed me out earlier. Then you're fucking in.
I'm not in it.
I'm
I'm not in it.
Because
I'm
Donna was
not in it.
supposed
I
to
love
be a
you.
man.
He said,
You
let me
said
say
you
this.
don't no man.
I
He
said
said
she was
supposed to be.
Uh,
Here's the thing. Let me say this. We are here for the viewers, right?
Yes.
The viewer has a question. His comment was in reference
I
to
love it.
snowballing. So I'll break down what snowballing is. And
Here
then
we are.
Each person individually say
Jeez
it.
Louise.
So the snowballing is she catch it. It's in her mouth. She take it, spit it in his mouth. And I guess he spit it
That's
back or
nasty.
spit it out.
Oh, I heard
Have you
somebody
ever,
that did
that, and that's you said it's nasty.
That's nasty.
Booty.
I would never, but I've heard of a story where somebody I know did that with. She was with two guys, and then one came in her mouth, and then she snowballed in the other.
But
And
they're
I did
both
not know
gay,
that was
so-
that time, so thanks for telling me
Oh,
that.
nasty.
They both
So Kenny,
gay.
tell me, what do you think about snowballing?
Your head will stay forever there. Once it's in your mouth, we will never come up this high.
Donna, what do you
Fuck
think
that.
about snowballing?
I think that people be lying. I mean, I think that was a term probably created by people that participate in
People do it.
homosexuality, and they brought it over this side. Stop fucking lying. I'm not entertaining this ridiculous. I'm not entertaining
I'm not
this
gonna call the
ridiculousness.
viewer
I don't judge
ridiculous.
nobody.
That's one
Wait,
thing
no.
I won't do. Because the viewer could be somebody who has snowballed and they wanted to hear what our point of view is. So
I was talking about snowballing. If you
Oh,
felt like I said
yeah.
you was ridiculous, what's the term?
Wait.
Kill yourself.
Duty-free.
There it is. There it is.
But
In
no,
the
the thing
military-
is, some people are into that. Now, I get the point of you saying it sound homosexual, like
No, I
something
was
from the
saying-
homosexuality.
They
thing.
came over.
Like he
Yeah,
might be somebody who has tasted a guy before or wanted to taste a guy before, but he never told his girl. So now he's doing this with his girl. It could be that.
He's on his way.
A lot of men.
He's on his
A lot
way.
of men has
I
done
wouldn't say
it.
that, Donna.
He's on his
I
way.
wouldn't say he's on
It
his
is a little
way.
weird, you're
But he
right.
probably
He's on his way.
right there with that mate. I think
You're
if
right.
a man snowball with you ladies, or actually
You're right.
he's opening up to
I
you
feel like that's that
in a
gateway
major
shit.
way. He's telling you some real shit about himself.
But I don't
He's
judge.
comfortable with you to do this because obviously it's some other, like Donna said, it's some other shit back there.
Yeah, it is.
So he might have had his salad tossed in prison.
But when I was in the military, man, I had this debate with some guys that felt this. They was into shit like that.
Yeah, because some people
they was alright with their girlfriend strapping on and fucking them, but they didn't think it was.
And they like, because I have done that
They was
before.
like, well, it's a girl,
like
it's
that.
not a guy. So it's
Don't say that.
Whoa,
You know some of the guys.
Not a fucking not gonna No, bring it the fuck back over here. You're not gonna just
Don't
say
say
that.
that.
Turn around.
You know some of the guys.
has got to turn
That's
around.
why I'm losing my nerves, y'all.
Oh,
Jeez.
On Instagram.
I might have to cut this. I love
Rodney
y'all.
P said, Buddha, V, and Donna. Just FYI, that pie have y'all sitting on booster seats.
Zoinks.
No, Rodney P, really, I don't even eat sweet potato pie. I didn't even have any. No,
I did.
But
I don't
I'm a
know.
caker. I'm a caker. When Kenny make the chocolate cake, we gonna come in here and Kenny gonna make pies on the Bro Show next week. You doing it on the Bro Show? You want to do it on the morning show?
Okay.
I think we should do it on the
morning. I'll be working.
All right, so we gotta figure out a day where we can come and not too
Now, back to what the fuck you said for you swivel.
Sunday, right?
No, bring your ass back.
Thanks for jumping in. This has been.
Don't you
We're
dare.
here. Everything relevant.
Y'all
Listen, give me just this part. You gotta tell me how they asked you or how at least it progressed into that. I don't need to know the details of it. I just need a conversation. Like, did they ask you to? Did they request that? Did you be like, yo, I feel like it's a hell of a night.
Thanks.
So,
did you want to or can I?
I'm great. I'm gonna go ahead and answer it. It's simply just being. Go ahead, Donna.
I wanted to say that this has been an amazing show, and that's another topic for another day. Miss V, can you tell them how to? You can't. That's not one sentence. It's not. How can they find you if they wanted to come in and rent the studio? If they needed an engineer, you can tell them what are you selling? What are you doing?
Right here, Timeless JMH Studios, Instagram. We are Timeless _ JMH. Facebook is Veronica Malone. YouTube, Straight Talk with Miss V. We are here for all of it. You call, you tell me the slot, you tell me what you want to do. We meet and we hook up. You talk about the bill, and then your show will go live. If at any point you need to get beard and hair oil, shea butter, candles, a dope outfit of any kind.
Absolutely.
Timeless _ JMH. I'm here for it.
Perfect.
If you need a go ahead, Donna.
Okay, Big Tone. Can we talk about if all of the ladies who need you need to come and get their son's hair cut, then really check you out in person? How can they find you and what do you have going on?
You hit me on Facebook or Messenger, Big Tone Cuts. That's it.
Okay.
619 in the physical, 619 South Marlin Avenue. That's Essex, Maryland, 21221.
Now, do they need to make an
Big
appointment?
Tone Cuts because your letters are
BIGTONEKUTZ.
Do they need to make an appointment?
They can hit me up. I'm
not on no funny shit.
This is why that day Donna called me out and Tone said, telling the business. Somebody just messaged me and was like, all the time, I knew. All the time you knew what? If you had to ask me, I'd have told you. I love a thick woman, thick thighs. Whoever watching and just went over to Facebook and decided to send me the message is not hidden.
There's a lot of people trying to take us off our days.
It's not hidden.
Not today.
Miss Palm Joy said, I'm coming to get a piece. A piece of what? The pie or Donna, your business.
No, she was talking about yo. All right, so Buddha, where can they find you? And what are you still doing readings? What's the goings on?
Yeah, readings. Buddha the Great on Instagram.
Awesome. All right, so last, my man Kenny. First off, you got to tell about the pies and anything else you have going on that could be of service.
And everything on Introverted Alpha Male. I'm a jack of all trades. You just want to talk, you want to pie, whatever I do it all.
Chippendale dancer.
I say just one.
You gotta ask.
Look at you.
You would never know unless you ask.
They're gonna blow you the fuck up, son. I'm telling you.
You would never know if you didn't ask.
What? All this time I knew it all this time. Keep on messaging.
Yeah, our kids
Sounds really excited about that, but I'm not here to judge. Okay, so let's talk about what I got going on. All right, so I am smack dab in the middle of my women's womb wellness class. If you still want to jump in, you didn't really miss a lot, so you can actually go to the link in my bio and jump in on my conscious womb wellness class, where like minds sharpen iron. We are all sharpening each other and ascending, because consciousness is collectiveness. All right, so let's talk about waist beads that are for healing. It's nonverbal communication with your womb and your third eye. So pretty much every time you put on waist beads, you are reprobing your subconscious by yourself. You don't even need affirmation, but that will help also. So you can go to the link in my bio and find all of those things. And lastly, if you want to be a part of my nonprofit, you can also click the link in the bio and start to see how you can be a part of the Women's Womb Wellness Movement. And let me just thank everybody, because I'm not gonna say I'm the new.
Question before we go?
Yeah, go ahead.
What is a head monster?
See, no. Fuck
and again, no. I appreciate everybody who is supporting us, but
no, because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna air out anybody who got any cards to pull on me. So I'm just going through all these.
Miss Veronica, remember, we have already neutralized the ego.
Somebody
we don't gotta go back and forth with everybody else. We ain't gotta go back and forth.
That is a compliment, girl.
Well, I need to say thanks.
Thank you.
There you go.
You guys are so X-rated today. So with that being said, I appreciate the
fact
energy.
that you never had sex with me. Now you missed out because you was being impolite.
We working on neutralizing the ego. We staying focused and we appreciate y'all. If you think it was fire, make sure you tune into the next show of It's Hi. Hearing everything relevant. I appreciate all of y'all and good evening. Good evening.
Oh, wait a minute. The pie, damn it, she was the pie, but the kid is singing.